Okay, we are back in Legend Heroes Trails to Azure. So the prologue is done and we need to kick off our first patrol, and I'll go into detail about that when we actually get in there. So we'll have our scenes here, 2 days after the arrest at Altair Lodge. As you can see, Crossbell is largely the same. I don't remember if we have to feed the cat in this one or not. That's Kope and Zeit. Kope is the cat. There were rewards for feeding him last time. Well, in Zero, I mean. Huh, so we can't go that way. That's our back door, which apparently is out of service. You may notice that's different. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Although if you played the Cold Steel games, you've been in there.
ちゃんと来てるわね。これが
特務支援課が処理する支援要請ってわけだね。
ああ、基本は1日1回まとめて送られてくる決まりだ。どこまでやるかはこちらの裁量に任されてるけど、この緊急と書かれているものは必ずやっておいた方がいいだろう。
なるほど、合理的だね。期間が長めに取られてるものは次の日に回してもいいってことかな。
ああ、そうなるかな。
一応毎日チェックしたら提示された期間も変わっていくから。それと操作手帳をチェックすればそのあたりの状況も確認できるわね。
操作手帳というと、エリーさんが時々書き込んでいた黒い手帳のことですね。
ええ、これね。
基本的に操作や支援要請で何か進展があったらこれに書き込む。そうすることで複数の案件を管理することが可能になるわけさ。あと先日オーブメントエニグマについての説明もフォローしてくれているんだ。
割と便利じゃないか。ま、いずれはそんな手帳も動力化されそうな気がするけど。
そうね、ピオちゃんからそういう研究もされていると聞いたことがあるわ。
And if you remember, that is the case in Cold Steel.
そこまで動力化されるのはなんだか抵抗があるっていうか。
確かに紙とペンの方がしっくりくるのは同感だよ。ま、ざっと説明するとこれが支援課の基本スタイルだ。まずは端末に来ている支援要請を一通りチェックしてみよ
了解しました。
開けてのお楽しみだね。
And when you check the request, they'll show you the list, yada yada. Urgent's mandatory, they'll advance the story, so generally you want to do those last unless you don't have anything else to do or you're trying to speedrun the game or something. The other requests are completely optional, but doing them will earn you Mira and DP. They tell you don't take too long, they may expire. And then what they're not telling you about is that there are hidden quests that you can find by talking to NPCs, which is why I always do the patrols first. So, but the patrol is not really anything official in the game. That's just where I go around and talk to everyone in the city to find the hidden quests, the books, anything weird that's going on. And part of the reason why I do this is to show you how you find the stuff, and some people just like the dialogue. Anyway, we have an enigma to me. Client is Windy at Gen10. Gen10, I don't know how it's pronounced. CPD headquarters requested that I give you guys a short lesson on how to operate your Enigma 2. Just in case somehow forgot, you can find me on my usual spot at the service counter. So we'll end up finding her just as we do the patrol, but it's required anyway. Spot the secretary. First Investigative Division, so that's over by City Hall. A few days ago, the First Division's Intel Network received unconfirmed accounts that the Imperial Secretary Lecter Arundel has arrived in Crossbell. He was here in Zero, if you remember. We request that the Special Support Section verify the authenticity of this information. Report to the police headquarters for details. First Division Detective Emma. And if you remember Lecter Arundel, he's codenamed Scarecrow. Maison Imelda Monster Extermination. So this is a repeat of one of the Zero missions, except we have a different team and there's different monsters there now. State Government is the client, so it's not even Imelda this time. A dangerous monster, Superior Mosquito, has been sighted in downtown District Apartment Complex Maison Imelda. Yes, the special support section deal with the threat swiftly. And they tell you have to talk to Imelda to get the key. Usually when they have that asterisk symbol at the bottom, they'll warn you like, this monster uses burn, this one uses freeze, this one uses petrify. That way you can spec your accessories accordingly. The thing is, there's just so few things you can do this early in the game that, like, gain status protection is really hard to do, and you'll see why when we get to Jerome. And the West Crossbell Highway Extermination mission. A dangerous monster, Bubbly Scissors G, has been sighted on West Crossbell Highway, so we fought Bubbly Scissors already in 0. It's a shrimp like type thing, if I remember correctly. We asked the special support section to deal with this threat swiftly, so our 2 optional ones are monster exterminations, then we have to find Lecter for the story and do the Enigma stuff. And now the Enigma stuff
緊急2件に手配魔獣が2件ですか。
is your tutorial for the Orpans. You're gonna get Master Quartz for Noelle and... or no. Noelle already has one, it's gonna be Wazy and Ellie.
エニグマ2の件はともかく、もう1件はかなり特殊ですね。
ええ、あのレクターって人がまたクロスベルに来ているなんて。
シュバルツオークションの時にいたあのとぼけたお兄さんだね。どう考えてもただものじゃないとは思ったけど。
So if you don't remember, he was fishing in the pond at the auction. There you go.
捜査一課で研修した時に彼についてのファイルを閲覧した。帝国軍情報局所属レクター・アランドール特務隊。帝国政府の二等書記官としての肩書きも持っているらしい。
情報畑の人間ですか。
政治的な工作もできるような情報将校みたいね。捉えどころがないのも高度な倒壊の技術なのかしら。
半分以上砂気もするけど、しかし帝国政府の書記官で軍情報局の所属ってことは、あの有名な鉄血宰相の腹心ってところなのかな。
どうしてそんな背景までしれっと通じてるんだか。ああ、一家の情報によるとオズボーン宰相の懐刀の一人らしい。昨年宰相と共にクロスベルを訪問して非公式にハルトマン議長と会談したことが確認されている。
それは本人も言ってたわね。冗談みたいな口ぶりだったけど、まさか本当だったなんて。
どう考えても一筋縄ではいかなさそうな人ですね。
面白そうじゃないか。となると、まずは市内での支援活動が優先ってわけかな。
ああ、手配魔獣が1件街道に手配されているけど、そちらは後回しにしておこう。ルーバーチェの消滅から数ヶ月、そろそろ裏社会で新たな動きが起こっているのは確かみたいだ。
兵ゆへの動き、それから帝国政府の動きね。月末に開かれる通商会議もかなり影響していそうだわ。
通商会議というと、
新市長が呼びかけた首脳クラスが集まる国際会議だね。
ええ、ディーター・クロイス新市長。彼が主催する帝国、共和国、リベール、レミフェリアの首脳が一堂に会する経済関連の国際会議、西ゼムリア通商会議というのが正式名称ね。
まさか就任直後にあんな大規模な国際会議の開催を呼びかけるなんてな。さすがは IBC の総裁を兼ねているだけのことはあるか。
直接お会いしたことはないですけど、ものすごいやり手って話ですよね。そういえばワジ君は新市長にお会いしたことがあるんだっけ。
ああ、推薦状をもらった時にね。いくら独立グレン隊とはいえ、警察の部署への推薦状を不良少年にくれるなんてね。
I don't know if they know who each other really are.
僕が言うのもなんだけど、気前が良すぎるおじさんだよね。
いや、笑い事じゃないんだが。
おじさまはおじさまで、はっはっは、面白い子だねとか言ってたし。
おお、やってるみたいだな。
セルゲイ課長。
ああ、そのままでいい。基本的にうちは放任主義でな。よほどのことがない限り俺の方からは口出ししないから。適切。
は
理解のある上司ってわけだね。
そう言えなくもないんだけど。
課長の場合理由の半分はめんどくさいからですよね。
分かってんじゃねえか。ただまあ今日は例外的に俺の方から指令がある。
え？
課長からですか？
ああ、一通り支援要請を片付けてからでいい。警察学校に行ってもらう。
警察学校に？
西クロスベル街道の途中にある演習場もある場所ですよね。
ロイドとノエルにとってはおなじみの場所だったな。こちらの準備が整ったらエニグマで連絡する。それまでは市内を回りつつ支援要請をこなしていくがいい。
了解しました。
ですが一体どういう要件で？
それは行ってからのお楽しみってやつだ。そんじゃあな、また後で連絡する。
ノエルさん、非常に申し訳ないんだけど、これが支援家のスタイルなの。
まあ好意的に考えれば俺たちの自主性と判断力を育ててくれているんだろうけど。
なるほど、さすがはセルゲイ課長ですね。
ものは言いようだね。で、早速街に出るのかい？
ああ、そうしよう。そういえばキーヤが日曜学校に行くって言ってたな。課長も出かけたことだし一緒に出た方がいいかもしれない。
そうね、3階に上がってキーヤちゃんに声をかけましょう。
Okay, for some reason this is your first game, let's give you a quick tour of the Triple S before I go in the menu. This is Sergei's office. This is the kitchen. This is where Zeit sleeps. I kid. By the way, we can't go out here. Kia said she was about to leave for Sunday school. She's already... Okay, so we'll examine that after we talk to her. You have Lloyd's room. So I was wondering... I don't think that's the stereo I had from the first game. The car is from the first game, though. So I don't know, maybe that is the stereo we bought. Randy's room. This is Randy's room. He's taking part in the Bellegarde unit's rehabilitation training right now. Very seriously, right? They were given some sort of drug during that cult incident, right? Right, they aren't suffering from any serious after effects, thankfully. It'll take some time for them to get their senses and stamina back to where they were, though. I see. Well, I'm wishing all the guardsmen a speedy recovery. Yes, and hopefully Randy will will get to come home sooner rather than later. So he should have his dartboard and his pinup poster. This is Wazy's room. Welcome to Chateau de Wazy. I know, hold the applause. Whoa, this is one classy room. Seriously, it's like something you'd only see in a model home. It obviously took you no time at all to get settled in. The decor looks rather expensive, and there's so much of it too. I asked an acquaintance of mine for a favor, and he hooked me up. I don't mind any of you dropping in and out if you feel the need to unwind. Speaking of which, how about we crack open the bottle over there to celebrate a successful move-in? How about we don't? We're still, you know, on duty. Now, you actually can interact with it. Oh, that's just rest. I was about to say, usually there's nothing you can really interact with in the rooms, and then this is Sergei's room. Third floor is the girls' rooms. So first we have Ellie. What did we get for her? I think the clock was one of the things. So you can use rest on any of their beds. I think the flower vase was the other one. Tio's room. This is Tio's room. She's still taking care of business out in Le Mans State, right? Yeah, the Epstein Foundation have her and Yona working on one of their research labs. State law revisions have made it easier to expand the orbital network, so that's what they've been assisting with. Can't say I understand all the details, but it sounds like they're keeping busy. Just hope she can come back soon. And then Noelle's room. Well, here's my room. I don't really have much to decorate with, so sorry if it looks a little bare bones. I'd call it more tidy than anything. Indeed, it's exactly what I would expect of someone like you, Noelle. So, about the stuffed animal over there. Oh, that? Fran and I share a matching pair of plushies. I brought it with me from the CGF barracks. You did, huh? Honestly, it kinda helps pull the room together. Glad you think so. Still not entirely adjusted yet, but even so, it's good to be here. So, you got scenes for examining Fran's plushie in 0. We'll see if we can examine it here, but this is Kia's room.
この数式にこの値を代入すればできた
キア
ロイド
キア確か今日は日曜学校があったはずだろ。出かけなくてもいいのか。
もう待ち合わせの時間かも。みんなもお仕事に出るの？
ええ、よかったら一緒に出かけようと思って。あら、日曜学校の予習をしてたの？
そんなとこ。キーヤちゃん偉いな。日曜学校の予習なんて私はほとんどしなかったかも。
僕はどちらかというとほとんど授業に出なかったかな。下手な神父に教えられるより自分で勉強した方が効率いいしね。
ワジ、
キーヤちゃんに悪影響を与えないでほしいのだけど。
パパたちがお怒りだ。
That's just because they don't understand irony.
あれ、
ワジ、
どうしたの？
さすがクロスベルはいろいろ進んでいるなと思ってさ。それより出かけないのかい？
そうだな。キア、一緒に出るか。
ちょっと待ってて。お待たせ。
よーし、それじゃあ行くか。
キーヤちゃんと一緒なら裏口から出ましょうか。
So, I want to go on the roof first. Just need to hope they'll still let me. Up here is where you'll find Kope, and right now, Zeit. Hey there, Zeit. Hanging out with Kope? You two always do get along. This is the police dog that Triple S adopted, right? Good to see you again, Zeit. He said adopted is not the correct word. I am the one looking after them. My mistake. Well, true, he does help us out fairly often. He's a proud pup, that's for sure. Never been good with dogs, but I did manage to get used to Zeit eventually. I don't think I've ever met this black cat over here, though. Oh, his name is Kope. Pretty sure he's been here since before the CNS moved out. How cute. This is so exciting. I didn't realize joining the Triple S came with kitty privileges. Take it you're a fan of them, Noel. I'm sure you two will have plenty of fun together in that case. We can't really feed him because we don't have the notebook or any fish. Actually, I think he's full now. Chief must have given him something to eat before he left. It's kind of a letdown. Don't worry, Noel. We can bring some fish next time we catch some. So there you go. Something wrong? Not at all, he says. Okay. We'll get out of your hair then. Take care of the Triple S billing for us, okay? See you later, Zeit. I'm sure his last line there was, don't screw up. Possibly that we only have one job.
What?
いつの間に。
あれ、支援課の裏口ってこんな感じでしたっけ？
Probably.
へえ、いかにも工事中って感じだけど。
あ、そっか。ロイドたちは知らないんだ。ロイドが出張した後、工事の人たちがやってきたの。課長が呼んだみたいだけど。
そうなのか。昨日は気づかなかったな。しかし課長、一体どういうつもりなんだ？
何か理由があっての工事だと思うけど、いずれにせよこっちの方は通らない方が良さそうね。
ああ、1階の玄関から出よう。
So I'm hoping they'll let us do the patrol without dropping off Kia. We'll still hit up the church when we go out the north way, but we have stuff to do in the meantime. So this is Gironde. This is where you buy your weapons. Hey there, special sports section. Sergey told me you guys were starting back up again. Where's the redhead and that kid with the orbital staff? Both of them have some business they're taking care of. Okay. And these two here must be your newest members. Sergey filled me on what arms you prefer, so let me know if you see anything you like. How very considerate of him to lay the groundwork for us. Thank you very much, sir. So if you want to see, Wazy fights with his fists, and then, you know, Noel has a machine gun of sorts. And then this is what they currently have. I wouldn't waste my money on this. The reason why I have 20,000 Mira is part of the carryover bonus, just to make that clear. So yes, I could afford accessories for status immunity, but they don't hit you with that, as I said. I've got all the weapons anyone could ever need. Go ahead and take a look. I'm not going to bother looking at the Orbit until we hit up Gen 10. There's Ryu. And Honori.
リュウにアンディ。
おせえよ、パン屋の前で待ち合わせだったろ。そろそろ授業が始まるよ。
ごめんごめん。
やあ、リュウにアンディ、相変わらず元気だな。
いつもキーヤちゃんと仲良くしてくれてありがとう。
お久しぶりです。へへ、久しぶりじゃん。キーヤから聞いたけど、支援課また始めんだってな。
ああ、おかげさまでね、いろいろパワーアップしているから楽しみにしててくれよな。
へへ、言うじゃんか。ま、今の兄ちゃんたちだったら遊撃士と同じくらいは認めてやってもいいかな。だからリュウ、偉そうだってば。
さすが支援か。子供にも大人気みたいだね。
あれ、そっちの姉ちゃんたちは見かけない顔ですね。そういえばティオさんにランディさんもいないし。
2人は用事があってまだ戻ってきていないの。こちらはノエルさんにワジ君、支援課の新人さんたちなの。よろしくね。
おう、よろしくって、あれ、そっちは男なのか？なんか女みたいな顔してるけど。ちょっとリュウ。
どうだろうね。君が女だと思うんだったらその通りかもしれないよ。
だからワジ、子供を惑わすんじゃない。
Yeah, that's the church's job.
それより3人とも急がなくていいのか？
お、そうだった。それじゃあみんなお仕事頑張ってね。
ああ、キーヤも頑張れよ。
車には気をつけてね。
よーし、そんじゃモモッチに寄ってくか。うん、急ごう。
元気な子たちですね。
西通りに住んでる子かい？
ああ、もう一人は住宅街に住んでるんだけどね。さてと、俺たちも仕事を始めよう。とりあえずそこのオーバルストアと警察本部には寄るとして、
I may skip headquarters just so
で
you
きれ
know.
ば市内も一通り回ってみた方がいいかもしれない。
That's what the focus of this video is.
なるほど。パトロールというわけですね。
そこまで大げさなものじゃないけど、
No, it's official.
意外な情報が入ってきたりするから巡回も大事だったりするのよね。
しばらくしたら課長からエニグマに連絡が入るだろう。それまでに市内で気になる場所に行っておこう。
了解しました。
それじゃ行こうか。
Chapter 1, Bright Skies Gathering Storms. So, options will open up the map. And then you can use this for fast travel already. And they tell you sometimes you can't fast travel for story purposes, yada yada, what have you. Oh, hi Lloyd, hi Ellie, hi... Oh, wait, you're not Tio and Randy. Is the special support section still on vacation? Not exactly, Mimi. Randy and Tio still have other work to do, so they'll be busy a while longer. That's right, as for these two, they're our most recent additions to the Triple S. Really? So that makes you the new special support section now, huh? She's not wrong. Nice to meet you, Mimi. Nice to meet you too. Saw an orbital car practically fly through Central Square just the other day. Just like any good citizen, I immediately reported them to police for blatant speeding. Wonder if they ever caught the driver. I'm worried it might happen a second time. Where's Wendy when you need her? All the corrupt members of the Republican and Imperial factions that were involved with the Cold Incident are gone. Even Ravash is out too. And yet the status quo remains the same. The Imperial faction still has an edge when it comes to diet seats. I've heard about Mayor Qua's strenuous efforts to speed up legal reforms, but he still has a long, long road ahead of him. I don't know if we can get the recipe notebook already. I don't even know if you find it here. I just figured it to be the most probable place. I asked Teo to develop his own menu item, but turned out gut-wrenchingly dreadful. It's not as though he doesn't have the culinary talent. But if this keeps up, it's gonna be a while before he becomes a real chef. I wonder exactly where my new dish fell short. The flavors of the presentation came together, and that spine-chilling texture was to die for. Spine-chilling? I don't think I want to find out how literal that was to die for. Yeah, plus these prices are easy on my wallet. I can get used to this. This restaurant's a little plain in the decor department, but the food is a completely different story. I'd say I'm really getting a taste for it. Good day, everyone. Welcome to Vonset. We recently updated our seasonal options, and the menu might be a little different than you remember. Chef Braun is quite proud of the new dishes he creates, so I hope you'll consider giving them a try. So that's your excuse for having to get a new recipe book. This restaurant is the perfect place to get lost in a good book. That's just the right amount of noise to stop your mind from wandering, not to mention a steady supply of coffee. I don't know if it's Flot or Flote. Over there is one of our regulars. It's pretty common for her to come in right when we open and make herself comfortable until closing. Fortunately, though, she's considerate enough to keep putting up orders throughout the day. She'll even go up her seat during peak hours. It was nothing, honey. It's the least I can do in return for all you take care of at home. Thank you for getting us these reservations, dear. Couldn't ask for a more thoughtful man. Do I look like the kind of dweeb who does her homework? More importantly, they've got an Arios update. Did you hear he's out of town on another business trip? Just, kill me. I just remember that we have Sunday school tonight. You finished your homework yet, Pruna? This is where you buy your ingredients. Welcome to Legion's Foods. If you're looking for the best ingredients in town, you come to the right place. Do you know there's a stall that makes healthy juice using fresh ingredients? Give it a shot sometime. My daughter runs up the road in the administrative district. I failed the entrance exam for St. Ursula Medical College yet again. You know what they say, third time's the charm, right? Not for me. Maybe I'm not cut out for this after all. Thank you for shopping at Times. This is the reception desk. Feel free to ask me any questions and I'll do my best to answer. Have you noticed that we opened our rooftop to the public a few days ago? There aren't any shops up there, but it makes for a very pleasant view of the city. You're welcome to go take a look if you like. Good afternoon, welcome to Times Department Store. Ah, is that Miss Ellie I see there? They told me you've been traveling from nation to nation with Speaker McDowell. I wasn't aware you'd returned. Yes, just a few days ago, actually. The special sports section is resuming operation, so you can expect we'll be giving you our business again. We'd be honored to have you. May the goddess be with you in your endeavors. You're acquainted with the manager, Ellie? Yes, he's known my grandfather for years. I've always known him to treat us well. Being the Speaker's granddaughter has its perks. I'm sure that means you'll be hooking us all up, right, Mr. Manager? We're her collaborators, after all. It's only fair that her VIP treatment extends to us. Unfortunately not. Miss Ellie has expressly requested that neither she nor any of you receive any preferential service. As such, you and your group will be treated the same as any other customer. Sorry, Wazy. At least you can tell people you're getting the exact same perks as me. There go all my free samples. Well, we do get a salary for a reason. What? They pay you? For this? Wow. This general store really does have a dedicated machine corner. This is new, by the way. It wasn't there in Zero. Opportunities like this are once in a lifetime. I gotta make the most of it. I'm really hoping we won't have to go to Michelin anytime soon. Hello there, welcome to Southwark General Store. I've been stocking up on more Mishi-related products lately to meet customer demand. Go ahead and take a look if they pique your interest. Mishi merchandise, huh? I bet Tio will be ecstatic. Without a doubt. So, we always bought the Crossbell Times here. This time will be no different. So, he has a Steam Mishi bun, which is new. But otherwise, this is where you'll find your consumable items. We need some scopes. That might be enough to last the entire game if I can get an early analyze spell. No, we don't need anything down there. I go window shopping with my mom pretty much every day. I'm used to it now, but sheesh, it's so boring. I don't think I'll ever tire of coming here no matter how often or how long I shop. Now you can find specialized pieces of equipment here. Welcome to Hanson Shoes, home to all your footwear needs. So if you're having difficulty finding something, please don't hesitate to ask. I'd be delighted to assist you in finding the perfect pair of shoes. Eep. So it's women only. It's gonna give them a speed boost, which is what's kind of tempting. I have to admit, I'm impressed by Mayor Qua and Speaker McDonald. McDonald especially, he's almost my age yet, look at how hard he's still working himself. It's living proof that he can be old of body and still young of mind. Welcome, please take a look around. Our accessories make tremendous gifts for friends, family, and even yourself. I don't think we need that. And then they have the middle tier items. I don't know if you can use new materials to upgrade those into full-fledged ones, or what exactly you do with them here. Welcome to Luca Boutique. We offer clothes from a variety of designers, personally selected by yours truly. Feel free to take a look. In case you're wondering, some of her gear, her gear will be okay for this stage of the game. It's just when you get to, well, a little further, it's going to be obsolete. So, if there's a case you made for picking up her stuff. What the heck is wrong with my dad, who just sits around the house naked all the time? Who? I'm a young woman, I'll have you know. He has to be committing a crime or three. Just want to move out and live on my own already. Anyway, fancy balloon. They make a great touring partner for exploring the streets of Crossbell. Get yourself a floating bundle of fun and it'll perk up your day, guaranteed. Worked as an oral product designer up until last year, but I found a stable job and my family's finances were in order, so I decided to do myself a favor and retire. I still enjoyed the work, mind you, but I'd much rather spend that time with my loved ones. Hello there, and welcome to Gen 10, the finest Orbital store in all of Crossbell. Our store carries the latest and greatest in Orbital technology, complete with top-notch after-sales service with any applicable purchase. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome to Gen 10, this is our customer service desk. Oh, you guys are Winnie's friends, right? We'd be happy to know that we just received some new Enigma covers. Once you bought one, I can swap it in or out for you at this counter whenever you want, free of charge. I'll always be right here if you need me, so don't be a stranger, okay? We'll come back to that because we might get one of them. So before I forget... yeah, it's just a small defense boost. Whoa, it's that portable orbital terminator everyone's been talking about. Let's see, how much are they selling it for? Wow, that's way too many zeros. I'd never be able to afford something like that on my budget. Oh, right, we can go out here now. Oh no, it was the other thing, never mind. There you are, Lloyd. You brought some fresh faces with you, I see. Yeah, these are the two new members of the Triple S. Nice to meet you, I'm Noel Seeker. Wazy Hemisphere, pleasure's mine. Incidentally, I hear you and Lloyd have known each other since you were little. I'd love to hear what he was like in his early days, if you don't mind my asking. Oh, you bet I don't. I've got a story or two about him that'll shock the pants off you, believe me. I never should have introduced you two. If you're done planning my future embarrassment, can we get back to business now? You were going to show us how to use our Enigma 2 orbits, right? Yeah, sorry, let's slip my mind for a sec. Let's begin. Yes, I'm sure you all know you're using a brand new model of Battle Orb, the Enigma 2. It's a direct upgrade from your previous Enigmas manufactured courtesy of the Epson Foundation. The biggest difference it has from the old models is the center slot. The quartz that goes there is referred to as a Master Quartz. They're the ones with the patterns engraved on them, right? Exactly, you can't miss them. Master Quartz differs from a regular quartz in that it has the potential to develop and grow. By defeating enemies while setting your Enigma 2, it'll gain experience and become more powerful over time. Sounds supernatural. Yeah, it's almost as though the Master Quartz itself is actually alive. So I assume we're in for a bit of a lecture on its underlying principles or something. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm no researcher, I just know the basics of how it works. Maybe grow wasn't the right word, though. You can think of it as more you're drawing out the hidden power inside the quartz. Apparently, I can at least explain the essentials of using your Enigma 2s. Not so much the theory, but the real-life practical know-how. Before we get to that, though, here, these are for you. Got Pixie and Crow. So this is a Master Quartz. Certainly feels different from a regular quartz. Are you sure you don't want us to pay for these, though? Don't worry about it. The CPD provided them to me for your training specifically. By the way, Master Quartz can't be synthesized in normal workshops, and they can't be mass-produced either. The few we do have were shipped directly from the Foundation. Basically, we're only able to sell one Master Quartz of each type, so handle yours with care. I see, so they're pretty rare then. Do you have any tips for us before we can use them in the field, Wendy? Sure, first, can you all equip your Master Quartz for me? Doesn't matter who uses which, just let me know once everyone's set. Oh, and while Master Quartz do have elemental types, their slots have no restrictions. In other words, anyone can use any Master Quartz. I see, it's very convenient. What are we waiting for then? Let's go get him equipped. And him went to me. This is gonna be a total. Space Elemental Master Quartz enhances max HP and ADF. Killing gives you HP. So most people probably can't afford to do this just yet. I didn't read what it said, in case you're wondering. Wait just a moment. Got Mirage. She's an Earth slot, he's neutral. She has wind, but there's no gain around it, but it makes her a decent AoE healer. And he has space of all things. What a space case, you know? So real quick, if you look, he has 401 strength, 257 arts. So he actually hits harder and is better a martial artist than Lily. Okay, I've been looking around the Master Quartz off camera. I went ahead and stopped it just so I could scroll through this. So what I was looking at were their stats. Ellie should be the best mage, but actually Wazy is more than her. Go figure. And if all things were equal, and I gave the... Well, if all things were equal, Lloyd would have the most strength. The downside, though, is he's going to have pitiful range with his Tonfas. I imagine Wazy's probably in the same boat. Now, what Ellie has going for her is, if you look at the shape of her orbment, this is all one big line, and then this is a separate line. For Wazy, he has his own one, and then, just like Ellie, it's one big line. So, the niche these two occupy is extremely similar. So, I kind of want to give her this one, but it does have a drawback. So, it plays innately into her wind, and as a result, with that much wind in one slot, she should have more, but maybe she's a little short, I don't know. What I'm getting at is, this may be a little too much wind, and generally for the Master Quartz, I would prefer to give them something they normally don't have so that they get more coverage, but this stage of the game, we're probably okay. And for Wazy, I can give him Mirage. It's going to give him EP back whenever he kills something, so like, it's going to encourage him to be more magically oriented compared to this one where, like, this is good for a tank, maybe like Dudley. And then, like, so the thing about this one is it gives you a whopping 5 speed, which I'm not trying to be sarcastic or anything, but that's actually a lot of speed. So he's at 46 now, he'd be the fastest character we have. And it gives him Soul Blur. Compared to giving him Mirage. We actually do get Chaos Brand, but knows how expensive this is. And I think the reason why I'll go with this is because it'll give us the analyze ability. We actually want this off her, though. So we have access to Firebolt, but we had that from Mirage, so it's not really going to do anything revolutionary. And I guess you could swap Evade and Hit to try to mix up their stuff a little bit, but eh. Now, one of the things I was worrying about when I was hovering over the Master Quartz thing was, this is 5,000. Usually your quests pay out 500 Mira, so you'd be looking at like 10 quests to pay for this. The enemies themselves don't explicitly drop any money. What they'll drop are going to be Sepith, which we'll show right here. So, I don't want to get like too far ahead of you guys with anything that you don't have if you're coming this fresh or blind or what have you. But on the other hand, I kind of want to show you like, this is what such and such does, so you know and you can plan accordingly. And that's the dilemma I'm kind of in, and I'm trying to figure out numbers and crap. Anyway, the reason why I mentioned money, you're about to find out. Alright, now you've all got a Master Quartz equipped now. Good work. What's next, Wendy? Nothing big, just need to get some live practice in so you can see how they work for yourselves. I mean, you want us to use them in actual combat? Sure do. I know you and Noelle have some experience, Lloyd, but humor me anyway. Worst case, you get some extra practice in. So real quick, to be technical, her name should be Noel. She doesn't have the trema to give it 2 syllables, it's just... The girl I knew in real life with that name went by Noelle, so that's kind of why I just read it normally as Noelle, even though technically it's Noel. Sounds fair enough. Do you want us to focus on any particular locations or a specific number of battles? Not really, I'll leave the who, what, and where of things up to you. Just win one fight without turning tail and running away, that'll be enough. I think we can manage that. Well, Lloyd, any ideas where we should go? Well, the support request involved you clearing out some monsters in Maze on Imelda, didn't it? We can kill 2 birds with 1 stone that way. Good idea, it'll be a lot easier than heading toward the highway. Great, sounds like you got a place in mind. Before I forget, one more course for you to take along. Mind 1. What's this for? Just another little gift from the CPD headquarters. If you set it in a normal slot, you'll be able to use a brand new art for the Enigma to analyze. Knowing is half the battle, as they say. Try it on combat and you'll see what I mean. Hear you loud and clear. Without T-Around, we'll need to rely on arts and items to analyze enemies in the meantime. Yes, I've planned accordingly for that, if you noticed. Alright then, take care out there. Wouldn't want you to slip up on a train mission, am I right? And don't forget, you can come back to tune your orbits or synthesize some new quartz whenever you want. So this is what I was talking about. So I'm not going to read this because I want to actually show you the stuff in the proper menu. So go to upgrade synthesize. So you pay the Sepith on the left side that we get from monsters to build your quartz. So action is always good to get. Mind is good for spellcasters, and physical attackers usually want attack. So I'm going to get an HP 1 so we have another healer out. And now you also pay these to unlock slots. Now the deeper the slot is into the quartz, the more the orbit, the more expensive it is. So we have this one open. You can upgrade it again for special quartz that'll be getting later in the game, but we don't have that yet. So notice that's pretty pricey compared to this, where this is just a single slot opening. So if you notice, these are the same price. We hop over to Lloyd. This and this are the same price. You can't really see the price of these until I open them. But for Ellie, we're going to unlock this one, and you can see it's fixed for wind. And then the cost just keeps going up and up. Now the flip side is by unlocking more and more slots, you get more and more EP to play with. So you can cast more and more spells, and it's also going to affect the regen turns that you get. So, you just held square to get this. I didn't even notice. What I'm looking for is to remove that. I'm going to put it in the fixed slot, same for him. So I want to do this so that we get tier, and we can potentially, if I can get like more water magic, we can get breeze and so on. Or breath, I forgot what it's called. Since she is our quote-unquote attacker, we're going to give her that one so she hits really hard. We'll give her action, and we'll give him mind. Oh, there we go. Nope, change plan. So, we're going to give him action and her mind. That way I have an additional person who can use Analyze. Thing is, we only have the one healer. And then you can get more quartz if you want. It's just not really beneficial to go too hard too early. And if you notice, the max EP on both Ellie and Wazy have gone up. Wazy apparently gets more than her. So they want him to be more magic-oriented, I suspect. Okay. We will be doing the exterminations, in case you're wondering. So I made the mistake there of thinking that was the place that had the rooftop access and I was trying to walk into a wall. Is there's... Here's what I was looking for. The view from here is amazing. Oh, I'm not skipping work, just so you know. Magic put me in charge of watering the rooftop shrubs and flowers. I have to say, I wouldn't expect a department store to have such a relaxing spot set up on the roof. The wind sure feels nice. Between the view and the cool breeze, I'm glad we came up here. I'm surprised they're not serving food or drinks up here. Missed opportunity, I tell ya. See, I need to remember to start going up there in future patrols. So we're going to go east this time, because I think in the past I'd usually go west. This is where you'll find the Bracer Guild, the Fisherman Guild, and so on. We'll be starting here. As he works as a bartender downtown, he's one of Wazy's gang members, in case you don't remember. Cool, huh? Brag about him all the time. Don't I know you from somewhere? Oh, that's right, you're Azel's older sister. You know her, Wazy? Of course, her younger brother Azel is a member of the Testaments. Didn't you storm into Trinity a long time ago to try to make him quit? Storm into? Right, sorry for stirring up all that trouble back then. This time I just wanted Azel to quit the gang life no matter what. You did give the boys quite a shock, the way you were huffing and puffing ready to blow our bar down. That's the power of familial love for you. You saying this like he wasn't responsible for any part of it. And over here we have, you guessed it. Guess it's official, my little Noelle is now part of the CPD Special Support Section. Cut it out, Mom. I told you it's only a temporary transfer. It's not like I'll be doing this forever. No nonsense. Quit sweating the small details and embrace your new team. Don't forget that this makes you even Fran co-workers. She was jumping for joy at the thought. That sounds like our Fran. I don't know why she always has to be such a child about everything. Still, it is pretty exciting. I'm happy to be working with her. You act like you keep Fran at arm's length. The Secret Sisters are pretty close, aren't they? I should say so, though my mother does have to worry that they're a little overprotective of each other. They're both attractive girls, but their bond seems to keep boys away. That's no way to find yourself a husband, Noelle. Mom, it's not just the sisters who have a tight-knit relationship. I think the entire family has something special. And here's the other animal, but we can't examine it right now. So over here, a pair of bracers used to live across the hall. It's been a little lonely ever since they went back home a few months ago. I wonder if someone new will move in one of these days. That's right, folks. If you look inside here, they're gone. Estelle and Joshua have left. Started looking for a job a little while ago. It's not going well though. Turns out I'm not exactly new hire material. I can feel my motivation draining out of me faster by the minute. The new mayor, Dieter Claus, seems to be cooperating well with Speaker McDowell when it comes to political reforms. Having the mayor and speaker work as one would have been unthinkable in the past. I tell you, times are changing. Cheer up, boy. Even if you can't find a job, you always have me. Aw, Mailing, you really are my one and only ally. Hear that trade conference is going to be held at the end of the month. They even find not only the leaders of Erebony and Caliber, but Laboral and Remiferia as well. Sounds like it'll be one spectacular event. This is the Bracer Guild, by the way. That's Michelle. Well, bless my soul. Look who's back in town. I don't think he had a portrait in Zero. Hey, Michelle. It's been a while, hasn't it? It most certainly has. Good job handling that arrest in Altair, by the way. We couldn't have done without Arios' help. I think we have you to thank for that. You're looking well, Michelle. How have you been? Why, thank you, sweetie. I'm in top form. Though we're up to our knees in work now that the Golden Bright era of the Crossbell branch has come to an end. Yeah, makes sense. Looks to me like Arios and the other braces are doing a good job picking up the slack. Well, we're no strangers to being short-staffed. We'll manage one way or another. They don't call you bracers allies of the people for nothing. No matter how busy you are, you guys never offer a word of complaint. Guilty as charged. Though I can say the same about the Triple S. You four have been busting your behinds all Hold on now, is it just me or do you have some new faces? Right, these are new latest editions of the Triple S. Noel Seeker, transfer member from the Crossbell Guardian Force. Wazy Hemisphere, I'd like to think my name is introduction enough. That's quite a sensational pair of recruits you got on your hands. An active Sergeant Major of the Guardian Force and the leader of the Downtown District's Testaments Gang. Their experience must be invaluable now that the Triple S is back in Kane. But are you sure you can rely on them when push comes to shove? I am. It's true that we all have very different backgrounds, but that's been the case for the Triple S since day one. Good answer. You've grown a lot since the day you first stepped through our doors. Best of luck out there, boys and girls. It's been a pleasure to work with you again. It's a pleasure to work with you again. What's up, Triple S? Sure has been a while. Hey Lynn, hey Olia, it's good to see you again. How have things been at the guild? Oh, you know, busy as we've ever been. But enough about us. Tell me about the guys behind you. They rookies? Something like that. You two are bracers, right? It's a pleasure to meet you. Actually, I think I've seen you before while you were on your way to Calvard. Yeah, that's why your face is so familiar. You're usually one of the guardsmen at Tangram, huh? Speaking of the Republic, great job in Altair, Lloyd. That ties up the final loose thread of the cult case, doesn't it? You've really moved up in the world. Still got a long way to go, honestly. In any case, the rest of the Triple S and I plan to hit the ground running again. That's the spirit. You got this, guys. So, bracer shift schedule is posted, and they tell you who's where now. Arios is out in Remiferia, Scott's in Armorica, Wenzel's in Erebonia, and Lynn and Aelia are upstairs on standby. So if you ever want to try to find them, hit that up and you can make sure that there's somewhere you can access. This is the Fisherman's Guild. Currently under renovation, Imperial Fishing Club. They missed a huge opportunity here. Just hang a sign on the door that says Gone Fishing. It's closed. And what's with this Imperial Fishing Club business? Last I recall, this was the Crossbell branch of the Fisherman's Guild. You remember, right, Lloyd? Have you heard anything about this from the other members? No, I've been busy all summer. The only thing my rod's been catching lately is dust. The place is locked, too, so it looks like we'll have to swing by later if we want any answers. I can't remember the dude's name. Morris or Moores or something like that? Well, now, is that who I think it is? Long time no see, ma'am. Still not sure if her name is supposed to be Parla or Paula. I should say so. It's good to see you all doing so well. Have you had a chance to speak with my husband yet? It's right upstairs if you want to say hello. So this is the old couple Lloyd met on his way into Crossbell in Zero. I can't really say the first game because technically it's the fourth game in the series, you know, but yeah. Well, if it isn't Lloyd and young Miss McDowell. It's been quite some time. I'm glad you're both in good health. Hello, Chairman Moores. Long time no see, sir. You're the chairman of the Business Owners Association that the merchants of East Street belong to, isn't that right? That's him. Pretty sure you used to look out for my mom when she ran a stall. Are those new faces I see on your team? I look forward to seeing you all back in action. Our expectations for you are higher than ever. Here's hoping you live up to them. Eastern-looking Jizo is enshrined here. Come to think of this, Jizo's statue is always kept in impeccable condition. Someone must visit here quite often. Ah. I didn't realize feeding Jizos was a part of the Triple S's official duties. It's not like we're always doing it. It does make for good cooking practice, though. It's really thoughtful of you guys. Wazy and I should probably hone our skills in the kitchen, too. Let's bring some supreme dishes over when we ever have them. Unfortunately, we don't have any dishes to offer right now. Let's remember to bring one later. So that was a side quest in Zero, and apparently it's one here still, too. Can I interest you guys in some fresh fish? Speaking of which, I haven't seen anyone from the Fisherman's Guild around lately. Where do you suppose they went? So you can sell your fish to this guy for quartz and stuff? Well, not quartz, but sepith. My mom hasn't been doing any chores whatsoever these days. She finally blew her lid at me, my dad and my brothers for never helping around the house. It's turning into a real problem. Welcome, one and all. I've got plenty of vegetables today, freshly harvested from Armorica Village. Can't ask for a better taste when it comes to Crossbell and growing produce. So you can get your vegetables there. Mom usually gives me a ton of mirror when she asks me to go shopping. Any leftover money goes straight to my wallet afterward. A lot of groceries sold in Crossbell are imported from abroad. They're still fresh when they arrive, though, with how fast the trains are. Hey, how you doing? Still all sorts of handcrafted items here. Don't be afraid to buy anything that catches your eye. I don't think you ever had anything that I wanted, but it's a decoration for Kia's room. We'll grab one. You can see for the pinwheel. If you want to try to do the dodge tank here, you can. It's just a lot harder in this game. You're looking for like the cat gear, the cat tail. We'll have to see what's up for grabs in the casino. Got a truckload of packages from Calvary to deliver today. You know the mighty Kaya River? I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced. Flowing along the border. Second I crossed the thing, I floated all the way through Tangram Kill. Delivery industry is no cakewalk, that's for sure. Me and my husband enjoyed some home-style cooking, so the two merchants are gone. Unless that's them in the kitchen. This is delicious. Nothing beats the Eastern cuisine. Here's Shanchan. Feel free to grab a seat wherever you like. Daddy may be a little scary, but I promise his food is the best in the world. My friend Roos and I got part-time jobs here a while back. I'm not so good at working the counter, though. It can be fun, but I always get yelled at for miscounting the Mira. His shop just sells food stuff. He goes to a restaurant. And in hindsight, it's a little interesting they spell Shanshan that way when Risha still has her ex, you know? We left some more basic duties like cashiering, cleaning, and dishwashing to the new guys Puck and Roos, so I can finally focus on the kitchen. Customers should refrain from entering the kitchen. This is sacred ground to a chef, and it will be treated as such. Of course, it would be a different story if you were my apprentices. And Roos is probably over here. Puck and I started working part-time so we can build up our cash and open our own shop. It's only the beginning of our big success story, you know? We'll have to see what becomes of them in Reverie later this year. Speaking of year, since I have to hop to a new... well, we'll head downtown. Yeah, we'll do it. So this is where the Maze and Imelda house is, where you have to do the extermination. Hey, you're those cops. What are you doing with that punk from Trinity? You putting him in the slammer or something? Huh, you're not? Lame. Man sure does like getting on people's nerves. What a nice warm day it is. Why, I'm liable to doze off at the drop of a hat. If it wasn't obvious, the city's modernization hasn't done all that much for us downtown. But even though it's a rough neighborhood, people from all walks of life call this home. The dirt cheap rent here doesn't hurt either. Every now and then, someone manages to climb their way out of here and make a name for themselves. We downtown dwellers all have our own unique stories, and that's for a fact. I remember who lived there. Now, where are those materials they gave me during orientation? I haven't been enrolled for very long, and I'm already losing stuff. Doesn't exactly bode well for an aspiring doctor, does it? So Michaud made it. And the one everyone's waiting for. Not here. Mommy keeps saying how happy she is that those crooked, no-good government people haven't come by. Don't really get it, but if Mommy's happy, then I'm happy too. Dad's been considering a redevelopment plan for the downtown district for years, but it's not looking too likely now. As of the last diet session, the plan has been officially put on ice. Doesn't mean they'll never revisit it, so it's too early to celebrate, but the news still came as huge relief. If this district were demolished, our family would have nowhere else to go. And I believe in Cold Steel they do demolish the place. Spoiler. Booze, bring it to me, I need it. Okay, over here is... this is the extermination place. But we don't have the key from Imelda yet. I had to stop to sneeze. You guys. It's been a while, hasn't it? Since the cold incident, if I'm remembering right. It's nice to see you again. Have you been well since returning to the Saber Vipers? Yeah, I guess. They said the reason I kept picking fights with Vault and the others was because of that drug. I just made sure I wouldn't forget it either. I got my ass whooped pretty good as punishment. You did, huh? At least they forgave you. Wazy, so it's true, you really did join up with the cops. It's because of you that Vault... Vault, did something happen to him, do you know? Guess the least I could do is warn you, seeing as you did help me out a few months back. Vault's been 10 kinds of pissed off lately. If you value your lives, stay away from downtown. Is there a particular reason he's so upset? Yeah, it's standing right next to you. Sure, the testments haven't caused any trouble since the cult incident. But Boise's ditched the downtown district and climbed into the pig pen. He didn't even bother settling things with Vald. So that's it. In other words, Vald's angry that his rival left him behind, is that right? I understand how he feels, but is that really Boise's fault? Lovely. There's nothing lovely about it, you broccoli-haired bastard. Do you even realize what you've done? It's your fault that Vald hardly ever shows up at Ignis anymore. That's his prerogative. And I'm exercising mine by working with the Triple S. The problems with the Saber Vipers are no concern of mine. You have no right to point that finger at me. In that case, get the hell out of my sight. Don't blame me for what Vald will do if he catches you here, Wazy, or any of you. I think that's our cue. We'll just be leaving now. Might be for the best. Goodbye, Dino. If you don't have anything else to say, then scram. Don't come crying to me if Vald catches you guys here. Let me in. I must speak to the other guys. This place can never stay clean for more than a minute. Morning, Cannon. Doing alright? Good morning, Wazy. I'm fine, but there's a lot more empty bottles around than usual. It makes me mad when people litter, but comparing all the bottles makes for a fun little game. Look, this one's got a narrow middle. Pretty, right? Yeah, nice find. Just watch out for broken glass, okay? Don't worry, I will. And then here's where you get the ultimate weapons from the Smyrnor factory, or Gilium factory, or what they call it exactly. Oh well. Well, I'll be. The Triple S is back in business. Hello, Mr. Guillaume. It's been a while, sir. No need to be so polite, kiddos. So the rumors are true, eh? The leader of the Testaments really joined your crew. Can't lie, it's an odd fit. I aim to surprise. That reminds me, now that I'm part of the police, can't say no to my modification request anymore, can you? We didn't hire you so that you could get local business perks, you know. I suppose I can't. But as long as it's enough for picking fights, I'd be happy to give you a hand. So this is a Gilium factory, huh? Pretty specialized in weapon upgrades and orbital device repairs. Hey, you must be new too, Missy. I take my work seriously, I mean I only mod things within reasonable safety limits. Finally got my business permit too, so don't expect me to do anything outside the straight and narrow. Stop by anytime to get your hands on some materials and I'll see what I can make with them. I'll be sure to. So you can use U materials to upgrade equipment, and that's the customized thing. I don't know if they'll let you do it now, we'll try. Feel free to give me a shout whenever you like to modify your weapons. I told you once before, but I used to be a materials science and engineering specialist at the Epstein Foundation. So don't you worry, I got the right qualifications for this sort of thing. Customize. We actually do have U materials that we can use for some of this stuff. It's just, this early in the game, I don't really think it's really worth it. For the Moliere, I don't know why she has a gun named after a playwright, first and foremost, but it only gives accuracy, really. It might give, like, +1 range, but that's meaningless. This one at least gives evasion. That one is really tempting just due to its sheer crit rate. So let's see, evasion, and we're gonna look at the guy's gear real quick. Okay, he innately has crit. I'm just trying to figure out, do we want to keep him in the back line, or what do we want to do? We have to buy the twin hammer. So yeah, I guess we're not doing that then. This early in the game, it's actually probably going to be the most influential because our numbers are that small, getting an additional 10 or 20. It's going to be a lot more than late game where we're going to have a big pool to start with. Maybe Chapter 2. Welcome, how many in your part? Wait, Wazy and the Triple S too? Did you just welcome us? This place has become more like a legitimate business by the day. How are you holding up, Abbas? Doing well for yourselves? No complaints. It's good to have you back. Why not make yourself at home while you're here? So, Wazy, how are you liking the special support section? I suppose it's a good fit after all. My chief and colleagues are pretty lenient. They'll even let me work as casually as I please. I don't recall us letting you treat this job as an all-expenses paid vacation. That's right, Wazy. Even as an associate member, you're still part of the police, you know. Listen, this is just the way I do things. You should all take a lesson from me and loosen up a bit. All that stiffness can't be good for your joints. You're unbelievable sometimes. It would appear that you're already fitted in, and I see no problems in that case. Dealing with this guy has nothing but problems. How did you do it, Abbas? Oh, actually, I mean to ask, was everyone in the Testaments really okay with Wazy joining the Triple S? I've been curious as well. Didn't it come as a surprise when your leader decided to leave for the Force? Whether or not we approved is of little consequence. What Wazy says goes, no exceptions. That didn't answer the question. Abbas has the patience of a saint. Must not make the joke. Well, it was definitely a bombshell, but we all came around after talking it over. All of us have our reasons for being here, whether it's to stick it to our parents or get away from a broken home. Wazy gave us a place to belong, so if he's chosen a new path, then we'll support him every step of the way. As a matter of fact, this is a good chance for us to start learning how to look after ourselves. We've made a lot of strides since our days of doing nothing but fighting. Managing Trinity has helped us mature. Still, it does get lonely here without Wazy. I can see how. I respect your guys' positivity about this. To be fair, I'd already been leaving Abbas in charge of the Testaments for the most part. With or without me, I'm sure they'll manage to keep on just fine. And there you have it. Special support section. We will leave Wazy in your care for the time being. No need to worry about us, Wazy. Focus on your current work instead. Way ahead of you, Abbas. I'm inexperienced in serving and protecting the public, so please be gentle with me. We could just leave you here at Trinity, you know. But we won't. Welcome to the team yet again, Wazy. You may leave the Testaments in my care, Wazy. Focus on what you need to do instead. Thanks, I will. I'll be popping in every once in a while, but you'll have to keep the bar afloat on your own. Hate to see one of the city's coziest places to relax go under. Understood. These two have kind of an odd dynamic. Wonder how long they've known each other. It's not like I'm crazy about waiting tables, but this was the only position left, so I didn't have much of a choice. I'm just trying to make the best of the hand I was dealt. So as you can see, Testaments was created not really as a gang, but as a way to save the youth. I'm in charge of the billiards tables. That includes keeping score and showing people how to play. I can teach you if you don't know the rules. Hey, welcome. Just let me know when you're ready to order. Cocktails, snacks, whatever. I'm ready to show off what I learned from Abbas. We all talked things over as a team once we heard that Wazy was joining the Triple S. The consensus was to keep Trinity running the way we've been doing. We just hang out here while Abbas handles all the dirty work. But from now on, we're going to try and bring in as much business as we can. So, as positive as this is, just to bring it back down to reality, this place is lost when you hit cold steel. You can thank Rufus for that. This place is lost too, but they relocate into East Street if I remember. There's always something shady about this place. I see Jingo is running the counter as usual. The shop has connections to the Crossbell City black market, right? Rumor in the CGF was that you could buy weapons and ammunition here. Well, for its worth, the shop will cut you a more honest deal than most in the underworld. But the owner? No, there's a woman you wouldn't cross twice. That's one way to put it. Anyway, we shouldn't linger around. If we have business here, let's get it done and get out. At Nine Valley, you can trade stuff for other stuff. So talk to Jingo and select trade. We'll demonstrate that in a sec. Well, if it ain't the Triple S. I haven't seen your mugs around here in a while. It's nice to see you again as well, Ashley. Now, what do we have here? I heard the rumors, but I didn't think they'd be true. What are you up to, Wazy Hemisphere? Nothing much. You know me, just having a little bit of fun. If you like, we could talk about it over drinks at Trinity. Whatever, kid. So, what do you need? Just for the record, I've already cleaned my stock of everything Ravash left behind. I didn't realize that was happening. Nothing in particular. We just decided to stop by during our rounds. That right? Feel free to look around. This is a business, though, so, you know. Hey, look who's back in business. Weapons ain't for sale, but if you want to make some trades, that's a-okay with me. I've got a lot more stuff that's safe for regular old civvies now, too. What kind of sales pitch is that? Should we be investigating the store instead of shopping at it? At first glance, I suppose it can't be proven their goods are illegal. Sure, as long as you don't dig any deeper than that, no one gets hurt. Not that we know of, anyway. By the way, we've been keeping busy expanding our stock, just so you know. There's some good stuff in the mix. Kind you're gonna wanna get while you can. I'll give them to you if you can pony up enough to make an equal trade. Sure, Jingle, we'll make a point to stop by every now and then. So for the equipment, you can trade in like lower tier items to get higher tier. What I mean by this is, I believe that, oh yeah, it tells you right there on the side, the silver brooch. If you can give a U material defense and the rock eater fish, yes, that's a fish at the bottom, and that's the really random one. she'll basically combine all of those into a single thing. So the Silver Brooch will get the defense of the Defense 1 quartz. You'll get this poison immunity of the Silver Brooch. The U material is supposed to be the upgrade. And the fish, I genuinely cannot explain. And it basically goes down the list here. So they ask for a different fish for each one. But you can get attack and seal, mute, and arts. Now the brilliant soup is something you have to cook, I believe. Okay, so here's the good stuff. So we have the Holy Locket, which is just like the other ones. This one takes an EP1, but what's different is, if you notice, even though it takes the EP1, it gives you art defense. So the important thing, though, is this will prevent death blows. This is the game where we're actually start going up against Ouroboros. Aryan Road, I believe, uses fire moves, so you'd be looking for like any sort of burn protection stuff for her. And I don't know what Novartis uses. I think he's Space Element, because Weissman was Mirage, and then there's a new third Anguisse to replace him as the Mirage user of the group. We have Deep Ochre here, which you can see uses the Magaduta. Rock Hard Jerky. That's really weird, but it costs quite a bit of U materials. This will give you pretty good defenses, a little bit of speed boost, seal, and mute. Out of the items, I consider this one to be the weakest. Then you have one of the really good ones that gives you art, speed, and no mute protection because reasons. Strength, speed, then freeze and petrify I consider to be legit. It'd be kind of cool if you had seal protection as well, but they don't. And then you have the big one, the Evergreen, which gives you accuracy, evasion, speed, faint, sleep, confused protection. And the important thing about this is you should be able to stack 2 of these, get 40% evade if you want to do the whole dodge tank thing. And then you just have to try to get to the remaining 60% with your orbment and your weapon, boots, and chest piece. For the quartz, you can trade in lower things for higher things. For fighter, I don't know if that's a quartz or not. Since they're only asking for 1, it probably is. Hoping we get Septium Vein early so that I can just start stacking Sepith as we go, because we'll need Sepith for money purposes. And Ingenuity, if you look on the right side of this box, you'll see the 2 vertical lines. This means to equip this, you have to have 2 slots unlocked. So we're not going to be getting this anytime soon, is what I'm trying to get at. But this is one of the important ones that gives you EP regen as you walk. You want to put this on a spellcaster, and you can be pretty safe with your EP usage. Intimidation is always a fun one to get enemies to turn around so you can shoot them in the back a little bit more easily. Yes, these are please, remember that. You have effort for cooking. Heal is another one that's pretty good. This gives you HP regen as you walk around, but the important part of it is it gives you 4 water, 2 earth, and 2 wind. So this can allow you to get breath and holy breath fairly easily with the right setup. The only thing that sucks though is we need 3 pale salamanders to get it from her. Prankster is for a peculiar dish. Invigorate gives you CP by attacking enemies on the field. I never use this. If I did, it'd probably just be for its quartz or its Sepith composition there. And then the cool Dragon Vision. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. So, just by knocking something out, you get a free analysis, but we need the Swordbreaker Quartz, 3 Queen Crabs, which are not easy to come by. This is probably an endgame quartz. Hair. This one I never really use. Scent is always tempting for the same reason as heal. Makes it a lot easier for you to get the AoE healing moves. The downside though is this is not a leader only type thing like Intimidation. If anyone on your team has this, you will draw enemy attention from further away and they will try to run you down. So I was hoping to get luck here. You can see that if you knock an enemy out when you're using the luck quartz, it gives you the guaranteed item drop, so it allows you to farm items so you can get it early. And yes, it does give you 1, I believe that's Mirage. I don't think that's Earth. But your whole reason for using this is for items. You have Shackle, so just this. To explain this, let's say we run into an enemy and we don't want to fight, we can shoot them in the front, and that will slow them down so we can make a proper escape. This can be helpful if you're surrounded or something and you're trying to, well, not quite surrounded, but if there's like a large number of enemies coming at you from one direction, you can do a spray with Noelle and possibly get out of there without fighting. But the cool part, though, is you can see 2 Mirage, 2 Water, 4 Time. Even if you don't want to use it for its effect, just because of its composition, that can be pretty good. So this will display enemies, boost the art range, Eagle Eye and information. I don't know if Eagle Eye displays treasure chests, it might. So then you want to use Heaven's Eye to make sure you get all the treasure chests, and then you can actually analyze, or not analyze, but double examine them so you get their extra dialogue for the achievement. I still haven't looked to see if there's like a secret dungeon in the game to tell you if you can't get it all in one playthrough or not. Don't really like that change. That started in 0, of course. Information. Here it is. Detection. So notice it gives 2 Earth, 2 Mirage, 4 Mirage, 2 Space, 2 Earth. Really, really nice. I hope we can get this kind of early so we can get all the treasure chests. And then the Evercool Shroud. So this makes it so that the enemy, you have to be like really close to an enemy to be spotted. And it gives you 3 of every element and 4 of Mirage. So this is a spellcaster's dream, and I cannot emphasize that enough. I believe it's Wade's who has Mirage Quartz built into his ornament. You can give this to him to fill in the required element type, and just give him a ton of other stuff. And finally, for other, you can get for the monster drops. Really hope it doesn't come to this, but it did when we were trying to do it. Oh man, hiccup. Trying to do everything in 0. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get a nice buffer of this so we get regular uploads. I was only able to do the first upload the first week just because pretty much I got bogged down at work. That was the long and short of it. The good news though is, like, they're throwing so much money at a project right now, I probably have made enough in this 1 week to cover my video games for the year. Yeah. Path of the Noodle is never ending, that is why you must tread it one day at a time. Speaking of which, I got some brand new noodles on the menu that I've been hashing out for a while. Call them Heavenly Noodles. Go ahead and give them a try. Let's take a look at them. So 30% HP and 50 CP, it's pretty nice, it's just really expensive. I'm always so busy. Being a deliveryman really puts your stamina to the test. Crossbell can feel like an entirely different city depending on what part of it you're in. The entertainment district is rather noisy, but it's really quite relaxing here. It's boring hanging around here with my mom. I want to go back to that place with all the twinkling lights. Mayor Quan never seems to skip a beat, huh? He's wise, righteous, energetic, innovative, and best of all, wealthy and handsome. Saying all that in one go made me a little dizzy. You're out of your league. I brought you your medicine, Grandpa. Thanks, sweetie. You can just set it aside for later. Not so fast. I know you don't always drink it unless I'm looking. So today I'm gonna make extra sure that you take some with your lunch. Foiled again. You always see right through me, Amisa. Hate this world and all the hospitals in it. The only thing I love is my granddaughter. And fishing, right? So I decided to listen to what she tells me most of the time. My super grandpa finally started taking his medicine after I kept bugging him over and over. Simon still tries to trick me when I'm not watching, but it's a start. Guess all my pestering paid off. So you can see there's a fishing spot over there, but we don't have a rod or anything yet, so we're stuck. Hey, Way, if you have business, please knock. So we have to wait. Can't go in there. Fancy seeing you here, Triple S. It's been a while, hasn't it? Welcome to the Crossbell News Service. If you have any inquiries to make, just direct them to me. I don't know if we can go upstairs in this game. An absolute CNS legend in the flesh. Guess great men just have a different aura from the rest of us. Wait, what am I dawdling around for? I need to get these materials together and head back to my desk. Oh, it's Triple S. You're Grace's partner, right? Yep, I'm Ryan's, one of the reporters here. Or so I say these days, I keep getting pigeonholed into being a cameraman. What does a guy have to do to earn some respect around here? Hang in there, Ryan's. Living the dream isn't always cracked up to be. By the way, is Grace around? Nope, she's wanted to do some field work. Apparently whatever story she's working on right now is easier to handle alone. Of course, that means I have to take care of all the desk work she dumped on me instead. Really, I don't really mind, though. It's a good opportunity for me to do some actual writing. Wait, I can't afford to sit around chatting away with this deadline creeping up on me. Sorry about that. We didn't mean to distract you. Good luck with your work. It's been forever since you last came to visit. What's it been like? 3 years? Yes, just about. I'll be in town for the time being, so I intend on coming by the office from time to time as a consultant. Hopefully this won't be too much of an imposition on you. I'm very much looking forward to working with the CNS again. Come on, you know you're always welcome here. Don't hesitate to ask if you ever need anything, alright? reminds me, I brought you all a little souvenir. They're from an excellent shop I found in the Republic. I hope you like them. I forgot where Nielsen first made his debut, if it was Zero or Cold Steel, but he's blind, as you can tell from his model having his eyes closed. Thanks for going through the trouble. These are Baumkuchen, right? You're a big fan of these yourself, from what I remember. And we'll have to see if we're able to get any of those when we hit Trails to Black. Nope, they don't let you up here anymore. Well, they still don't. Staff only, redirecting queries, sorry, yada yada, don't tell me how to live my life. That's where we backhand her, but you can't reach across the counter that easily. And here is the IBC. Good morning, welcome to the International Bank of Crossbell's corporate headquarters. If you have any business here, then please head inside to the reception desk. The lovely receptionist will be more than happy to assist you. By the way, in case you're wondering, I'm recording this right now, the day of it going up on Saturday the 18th. Hey, you're the Special Support Section. Do you remember me on the trader you saved during the cold incident? Of course we do. It's great to see you here. See you, Rosero. Have you been in good health since then? Well, I've been seeing a doctor at St. Ursula the last few months, and as you can see, I'm right as rain now. Fortunately, I managed to avoid bankruptcy during the incident, too. Thank you for your help back then. I'll never forget how grateful I am to the Triple S. As a matter of fact, here, I'd like you to have this. Celestial Balm. That's a full revive item. Celestial Balm? It's something an associate of mine gave me a while back, but I wouldn't know what to do with it. It's hardly enough to repay you for your kindness, but I figured it'd be a halfway decent place to start. Consider it a personal gift from me to you. It'd mean a lot for you to accept it. Well, in that case, we'd be happy to. Thank you very much, Rosero. Can't we book him for peddling drugs right there? Welcome to the International Bank of Crossbell. I'm only a part of security, but I can still give you some basic directions if you have business in the building. Ah, Miss McDowell, Detective Banning. It's been some time since your last visit. I see the Triple S has resumed operations. Yes, and not a moment too soon. It's good to see you, Lanfei. You can expect we'll be coming by the IBC more often again. I'll be looking forward to it. In fact, I believe it was the Triple S who first helped us test our new 7th exchange service, and that's why I wanted to teach you about while we were here. Though I believe the expiration date on your original card's already passed. As such, I prepared you a new one. Here you are. And we got our new primary card. Simply present that card at this counter the way you did before. We'll exchange your 7th for Mirror at a higher rate than you typically find elsewhere. Are you sure this is alright? Letting us use that service, I mean? Naturally, you're good friends of the Qua family, after all. Then you should have access to this small convenience, but a matter, of course. Well, who are we to turn our noses up at their generosity? We'll be sure to make use of it. Of course, all you need to do is ask. So they tell you that if you want to exchange Sepith, this is the place to do it. So just to show you, if you look on the left side is the exchange rate. I think normally you'd sell like the 4 basic elements for 20 each, and these would be 30 each, so we get an additional 1 per here, an additional 2 for these. It may not seem like much, but later in the game you can be trading like 1,000 of them, and then it starts to add up. Wait, we didn't talk to him. We of the IBC are committed to providing the Triple S with the greatest convenience or services can offer. If there's ever anything you need, come see me and I'll be more than happy to assist. The Technology Department has cleared the initial stage of the Orbital Network's Phase 2 testing. What that means is the building can now securely transfer greater volumes of data at faster and more reliable speeds. Because of that, we've slowly begun connecting our company terminals to external networks as well. It's thanks to Miss Qua's excellent leadership that the Technology Department is capable of so much. You're the Triple S, right? Welcome to the IBC. If you have any safety concerns about the building, speak with the Security Department. We'll look into it. We'll always take pride in our ability and strength, much like the guardsmen of the CGF. So we need the authorization card. If you have business, head over to the reception desk, check it there. Sorry. So we were able to go up there in the other games or go down to the basement where the servers are. Apparently we just can't do that here. If you're wondering, upstairs is Maria Bell's office now and her bedroom. Downstairs was the server room. Let's go into the library and talk to Miles. Hello, Lloyd. Oh, you're with your coworkers too. Is the Triple S finally back in action? As of today, yeah. Feel free to send us a request if you ever need any help. I'll keep that in mind. I have to say, though, you all look better and stronger than ever. I'm proud of you, Lloyd. I appreciate it, Uncle Miles, but I'd say the Triple S still has a lot of room for improvement. Come on, there's no shame in taking some pride in your accomplishments. Then again, that humility does define you in a way. I'll be rooting for you guys. Remember, our home is your home. Go ahead and drop by anytime you like. Thanks, Uncle Miles. See you again soon. Cecile has a very kind father. Women who changed the world. Ah, whoa, go back. Airbonian Empire, they mentioned Leanne Sandlot. Valkyrie led the Eisenritter in battle. That one's actually important for what we're going to be doing in this game. And then there's an achievement for all the books. You just have to open some of the ones in the library to get them added to your book. And more will be unlocked as we get further and further in. So, Train Fanatics. I believe all these were in 0, so those probably don't matter. Loading the Ancient Battlefield. Someone find... Okay, so that's... Oh, someone find my head. I think it was the Tascate thing that Kia always muttered. And I don't know if that's alluding to a... These are all from the first 0 game. I don't know if that's going to be a side quest we get to investigate later, but we have the Arkansas Enthusiast here. Back Alley Dr. Glenn, so if you want to read them all, they'll probably appear as we get further and further in. I don't know what the book we're looking for this game is yet. I haven't found any chapters yet, and I didn't care to look at the title. So, since I didn't see the title, I also don't know if it has any, like, grand lore significance. Those are one of the things we gotta figure out. I study history at a university in Lamont State. Sad thing is I tried to earn my doctorate not once but twice so far. They wouldn't accept my first thesis and I was late with the second, so I got rejected automatically. Soul crushing, really. Okay, so this is universe type stuff. Good morning, welcome to the Crossbell City Library. Ask me for help if you're having trouble finding a specific book. I know those faces. It's Kia's big brother and sister. Did you bring Kia along too? Sorry to disappoint, but she's at Sunday school today. We'll mention you asked about her, though. I'm sure she'll be back soon. Okie dokie. Better say hi for me, I'm gonna hold you to it. Don't worry, we will. I see that little rascal makes an impression everywhere she goes. If there's someone who doesn't like Kia, I haven't met them yet. There's probably someone in Ouroboros. Abby's really taking a shine to Kia. Not that I feel any different, she's a wonderful girl. Say hi to Kia for me. I'll be waiting right here next time she's back in the library. I don't know what Abby is short for, but I believe that's a boy. Good morning to you. Wonderful day, isn't it? Perfect for taking a walk, if I do say so myself. This goes back to the central square where we'll find the Triple S headquarters. Hey there, can I interest you guys in further squeezed juice? For a limited time only, I'm offering a special menu made exclusively with important ingredients. It'll be gone before you know it, so don't you dare miss out. Sportatan X. So yeah, the latte here gives you 20% of your HP. I believe a revival bomb only gives you like 500, so they're going to be comparable right now, but this will get better as you get further and further in the game, or slap some HP cords on. Actually, yeah, they have a lot more than I thought they did, so 5,000? Yeah, that would be better. Do we have a revival bomb just to verify? Oh, it gives you a thing, so yeah, they're equal right now. The data has completely changed ever since the Colt incident. They still keep financial affairs as busy as ever, but the work itself is much easier than usual. We'll see if we can meet Dieter. So, Bond and his family are here. Yes, I'm looking for a rental property, one on the cheaper side if possible. Doesn't have to be too big as long as there's enough living space for all three of us. Do you have anything like that? Well, here are some listings that may interest you. What do you think about this one? We received a change of residence from one of the old tenants a few months ago, as I recall. Seems like a promising place, let me think. So I don't know if he's going to be taking Estelle and Joshua's place, or what. So one catch I forgot, the building has to be pet-friendly, otherwise it's a deal-breaker. Fortunately, you'll find this property meets that particular specification. That's a relief. How soon can we arrange for a tour of the place? And they just repeat that. Oh, I do hope we can find a good place to live. Ideally, it'd be a place to maintain a flower garden there, too. Don't worry, Mother. I'm sure Father will find a lovely home for us. And, of course, there's Marie. As verbose as ever. No reason to head through the door. Before I head out, would you mind double-checking the delivery slip? Of course, let's see. Looks good to me, you're all set. Thanks, I'll go drop this off then. All the relocation paperwork was passed over to General Affairs 2nd Division. Guess too much to ask that each division handle their own form filling. Okay, so this one goes to General Affairs 1st Division, this one goes to Financial Affairs. The new City Hall building is just around the corner, so I'll be bringing these over there soon. And they have that one roped off, so nope, we don't get to meet Dieter yet. So Orcus Tower is where the new City Hall will be. You've been there if you played Cold Steel, and you see it in the background when we were on the roof of the one place, or just when you see certain pictures of Crossbell City. What's up, Lloyd? Your training with First Division is finally over, right? Guess that makes you a senior detective now. We attended the police academy at the same time, yet you're already leagues ahead of me. Come on, Franz, don't need to beat yourself up about it. By the way, how'd your detective exam go? You took it a little while ago, didn't you? If I passed, it would have been the first thing out of my mouth. I failed miserably. Made me realize I'm just not detective material in the first place. Sorry to hear that. It's okay, I'm a little relieved to be honest. The work I do for the Metropolitan Division is plenty satisfying as is. I think my hyperfixation on becoming a detective was getting unhealthy for me, so instead I'm going to start working on being the best version of myself that I can be. That's an admirable way to look at it. You're right though, Franz. Sounds like you got your head on straight now. So, what do you say we both focus on walking the paths we've got in front of us? You betcha, Lloyd. Is this that thing guys sometimes have? What's it called? A bromance? Might be onto something, Noel.
皆さん
皆さん、お姉ちゃん。もう職場でお姉ちゃんはダメだって言ったでしょ。
レベッカさん、お疲れ様です。
ご無沙汰していました。特務支援課再始動ですね。早速支援要請を始めていらっしゃるんですか？
ええ、新メンバーもいますし、市内を回りながら一課の要請を受けたんですけど、エマさんはどちらに？
そこの会議室でお待ちですよ。一課からの協力要請なんて皆さんも出世されましたね。なんだか感慨深いです。
いや、そんな。
無理難題を押し付けられなければいいけど。
マジか。
とにかくエマさんから話を聞いてみよう。
頑張ってくださいね。
We'll actually talk to them. Receiving requests for the First Division is an impressive feat. Just goes to show how far the Triple S has come. I almost feel like a proud mother bird watching her chicks spread their wings. Usually you want to take your combat notebook to her for stuff. Triple S really is back in action. It feels so surreal, as your operator almost brings a tear to my eye. Guess today does feel like a special occasion. That it does. It's wonderful to be working with you again, Fran. Same here, I missed it a lot. It was tough keeping up the flood of requests from the citizens while you were away. That just makes me extra relieved to have you all back. Plus, now we get to work with Noe too. I figured that's what this was headed. This was where this was headed. Geez, Fran, how many times do I have to tell you not to call me that while we're at work? Listen, it doesn't matter if we're sisters. We have to remain professional in the workplace. You can't be giving me special treatment. Okay, sorry. But what if I can't get used to... You will, no buts about it. Tough love in action. Anyway, when Tio and Randy come back, you guys will be unstoppable. Can't wait till all you are together again. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I feel the same way. Hope you continue to have our backs out there, Fran. For sure. So I believe she's the one who actually has to type the stuff into the terminal for you. And her nickname for Noelle is One-chan. So, like, a translation for that would be something like Sissy or something. Hell yeah, time to gamble my ass off. First I gotta pick up the right slot machine to try my luck on. Here's Wendy. Okay, I mean. Yeah, Wendy is the Gen 10 girl. It's Kate who would be the traffic officer, right? Well, look who it is. Guess all those rumors about the Triple S starting up again were true after all. You know it, we even have some new members with us too. What brings you here, Kate? It's rare to see you working in the entertainment district. I could swear we only ever run across you in Central Square. Seems that way, huh? But lately I've been staking out this area to track down a certain driver. Anywho, I'm glad you got the gang back together again. Can't wait to see what the Triple S pulls off this time. I don't plan on slacking off anytime soon, so you guys better not either. Definitely, thanks, Kate. Let's talk to the marker here. Hey there, fellas. If you guys are free, you should come join us for some drinks. Party at 4 nets you a pretty sweet discount, you know. Oh yeah? How much we talking? Let's see, the usual price is 500 Mira a head, so... Wazy. I apologize, but we're on duty right now. Even if we wanted to go, we couldn't. What's the big idea to get my hopes up for nothing like that? Shoo, get out of here. You're scaring away the real customers. Sorry for the trouble. As cops, they probably are scaring away the other customers. Good day, and welcome to Hotel Millennium. If you'd like to make a same-day reservation, it would be my pleasure to assist you. So they tell you can CP by staying at hotels and inns. And there's actually a difference between the two. Good day, welcome to Hotel Manila. Okay, he just repeats that. Any travel fatigue I had from the train ride over here was swept clean away after staying here. Maybe a bit pricey, but you can get what you pay for in a hotel like this. I knew the rooms here would be top class, but the service is no slouch either. We'll have to stay here again the next time we visit Crossbell. And there will be accessories available later that just make it a lot easier to manage your CP. Good morning, will you be staying the night with us? Don't forget to lock your rooms on the way out. No one there. Without some sort of major event going on, these probably will be empty for a little while. Book entitled Delicious Hot Pots. Pressure cooker edition is laying off steam on the table. So we have to get a recipe book, and we'll probably get a recipe from that. This year marks the 60th anniversary of the hotel's opening. I've been employed here for over half that time. Before I knew I'd become the elder statesman on staff. Where does the time go? Welcome to Hotel Millennium. Our establishment provides only the finest array of services and amenities. Let us know at any time if you'd like to book a room. Hey, I recognize you. You're the officers that kept going into the theater a while back, right? Wish I had a job that let me waltz into Arkansas whenever I wanted. I've seen Ilya spend a lot of time with that new girl from the theater. She's so lucky. Why can't Lady Ilya take me under her wing? I don't know if they're talking about Risha or Sully. Probably Sully. Arkansas. It's been a long time since we last set foot in here. It has. Wonder if Ilya and Risha are doing well. Well, I didn't realize you two spent so much time schmoozing up with celebrities. Is it really okay for us to just waltz into the theater like this? Why, if it isn't Detective Bannings and Miss McDowell from the Triple S. So good to see you both again. Are you here for a personal visit? Actually, the Triple S is back in operation starting today. We were patrolling the city and decided to stop by. We're not bothering though, are we? No, of course not. You're no bother at all. The troop is currently taking a break, so please feel free to stay a while. I'm sure Ilya and the others would be delighted to see you. Thank you very much. Wow. Is something wrong, Noel? Well, no, it's just, I can't believe how much clout the Triple S has. She's right to think they'd have the red carpet rolled out for you at Arkansas Hill. I guess I can't entirely deny it. We've been quite lucky to forge such wonderful connections here in Crossbell. Welcome to Arkansas Hill, everyone. If you guys have any questions about our theater, bring them to me and I'll do my best to answer. Let's see if anyone's over here. Ilya and Risha should be in the theater's auditorium right now. You're welcome to go see them if you like. I figured they'd be backstage rather than here. Nope, they're here. And you wouldn't believe what Sully did next. Hey, cut it out. Not in front of Risha. If you remember, Sully's the urchin kid Ilya took in during Zero. Ilya, you really shouldn't pick on her so much. Things are as lively as ever here, huh? Looks like they're on break right now. Is that Ilya Platier? The Ilya Platier? And those other two must be... If it isn't my favorite little guy. Hello, Triple S. Hey. Long time no see, everyone. We're sorry if we interrupted your break. No, not at all. It's been ages since you last stopped by, so go ahead, make yourselves at home. While you're here, can I trouble my favorite little guy for a nice warm reunion hug? No, thanks, I'm good. Oh, you're no fun. You don't have to hold back with me, you know? Or maybe you prefer Risha pressed right up against you instead. Ilya? Quit being such a sleazebag already. I see your troubles haven't changed, Risha, though I can't say I don't empathize. Fate has it in for us, it seems. Still, it's great to see you again, especially after all this time. I hope you'll continue looking out for everyone here at Arkansas. You're that actress who made her debut during the Anniversary Festival performance, right? Don't you live in Downtown District? I think I've seen you around the neighborhood before. Yes, I do. Pardon me if I'm mistaken, but you happen to be the leader of that street gang? Wazy Hemisphere at your service. You know him, Risha? Come to think of it, the Triple S seems to have a few extra additions to the cast. Right, these are our two newest members. I'm Noel Seeker. I transferred into the Triple S from the Guardian Force. My younger sister Fran and I are big fans of yours, Miss Platier. Welcome, thank you very much. Tio and Randy haven't returned yet, unfortunately. It'll just be the four of us for a while. I see. Looks like you found yourself some pretty kooky characters. I like them. I don't think they're half as kooky as you, Ilya. You performers are a lot more casual than I imagined you'd be. And even more beautiful than your photos give you credit for at that. Why, thank you, but you know flattering will get you nowhere, right? But enough about that. You have been quiet this whole time. Step up and introduce yourself, Missy. Okay, I get it. I'm Sully Atreide, an assistant to the troop. It's, nice to meet you. Same here, Sully. How have you been, Sully? You have some nerve talking to me. Don't you think for a second that I forgot about what happened back then, you hear me? She hasn't let that go, huh? Back then. From what I heard, her favorite lady-killing detective here grabbed Sully from behind and... No, it wasn't like that. She was running away. I was only trying to apprehend her. Excuse me? Look, I know I wasn't being a saint back then, but that doesn't give you the right to grope me. Grope? Wow, sounds like you really got a handful. Good on you, Lloyd. No, I didn't mean... What delicious drama. Let me have a bite, too. I couldn't possibly miss out on something like this. Ilya, please, don't make this any worse than it already is. The more I deny it, the guiltier I look. You know how to dig your own grave, don't you, Lloyd Mannings? In any case, it's good to have you back. The Triple S has already done so much for us. Please visit us whenever you like. Seconded, you always get a warm welcome here. Not to mention Risha's rehearsals have been more thrilling to watch than ever these days. Really? I'd imagine she offers a selection of choice views leaping around that costume of hers. Wazy. That's one of the appeals, yes. But lately I feel there's been a certain sharpness to her movements, both on and off the stage. She never seems to get tired either. I'm guessing you've improved your sleeping habits. Well, yes, I suppose so. So that's it, huh? I never realized. Leave to Ilya to know her performance inside and out. It's true, there hasn't been as much work recently, so I've had more time to relax. If Ilya can sense that just from the way I move, she really is amazing. You're one of the hardest workers I know, Risha. Just remember to get enough rest. Take a moment for yourself every now and then. I will. Thanks for always looking out for me, Lloyd. Arkansas seems as busy as ever now, but if you're sure it won't be a bother, we'll try and stop by from time to time. Feel free, you're always welcome as long as we're not in the middle of a performance or rehearsal. That being said, things are probably going to be wrapping up in the near future. Oh, why is that? Is something special in the works? That's on a need-to-know basis only. You'll see what we're cooking up when it's good and ready. Look forward to it. Will do. We'll have to follow up on that sometime. So just a reminder, if you have to fight Risha, make sure you have death protection. I believe she uses a time element, but I don't want to whip out Cold Steel 2 to check her ornament. I don't think you're able to see it in Cold Steel 3 or 4. I'm trying to remember if she's available in that final segment of 4 or not. Congratulations on resuming your duties and the new members. I'll be rooting for you. Feel free to come visit whenever you have time to spare. Will do. Don't be afraid to get in touch if you need any help again either. Triple S is always here for Arkansas. I'll keep that in mind. I don't think Risha joins the party, or is a long-term playable character at least here, but I could be mistaken. So the Triple S is back in action, with some new faces too. I bet Cecile will be excited to meet them, not to mention see you again. Gee, one lucky little guy. Please stop teasing me. She's right though, I should visit Cecile sooner rather than later. I don't know if we can get out to St. Ursula or she's out in the West District area. Seriously, how the heck can Ilya tell that Risha's sleeping better? Is there anything she can't pick up on? And don't forget there's a Gnosis user here we need to check up on. Okay, so we're not allowed to go into the seating areas. They're all just backstage here. Theo and Eugene are always together, even off stage. No wonder some of our fans see a passionate spark between them. Wait, what kind of rabbit holes is my mind going down? I need to commit my routine to heart, much like the committed hearts of two young men locked in the studio. Enough. I must say, Nikolai's finally returned to his former self. Definitely, his skills are steadily improving to boot. Might even overtake you at this rate, you'd best be careful. Who do you take me for? Do you truly believe the Flaxen Prince would allow anyone to surpass him? I wouldn't be so sure. Innocent wallflowers like Nikolai have been all the rage lately. And Roland did mention he's been receiving more fan mail. Are you sure? How can that be? Beats me, why don't you ask him yourself? Be serious, Theodore. Now I need you to teach me all the ways of these wallflowers. Give me 1 week, that's all I need to bloom with the best of them. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned any of this to him. Oh well, at least it'll be fun to see where he takes it. An innocent wallflower, So in other words, the shy, late-blooming type. Such roles come naturally to me. Mid-practice snacks are the best. Plie, plie, plie. How many times must I tell you? No eating in the dressing room. What's the big deal? We're on break now, aren't we? When else am I supposed to get my sweets fixed if I can't do it during practice? Honestly, it's like I'm speaking to a child. Who knew Plie the mysterious songstress had a sweet tooth? No Cage, she's totally a different person off stage. You're supposed to be using this break to get your costume fitted, you know? Just hurry up and finish your snack, and get good enough on trying to fight it. This is Bliss with a capital B. And here's the rest of them. How about it, Heinz? Can you manage that? I mean, I'll try my best, but... Can I help you? Oh, you're Lloyd from the Triple S. Are you here on official business? Nothing like that. We're patrolling the city right now, so we just thought we'd drop by. I see. Well, I appreciate you keeping an eye on us. Feel free to call for me if anything does come up. We will. Thank you very much. I'm not too sure this will work. There's going to be much breathing room if we speed up the timing. Yes, Ilya is very much aware. Celebrating the entire scene, however, is a necessary step in achieving her vision. You know how Ilya can be. She wants to push things to their very limits. If you say so, I'll give it a shot then. You're the only one we can count on. The integrity of Ilya's vision for the scene depends on it. So now we need to get out of the theater. We didn't see anyone on stage, so we don't need to go onto the stage to verify. So this is the famed Ark and Seal. At long last, we're finally here. We already have our tickets, but the wait until the show is excruciating. I hear Golden Sun Silver Moon is their greatest show yet. I can't wait to see it. The doors don't open until right before the show starts, though, so maybe we should go somewhere else until it's evening. Ice cream. Get your ice cream. We got all kinds of flavors here for you to try. Go on, give them a whirl. You never know which will be your favorite. Oh, aren't you that host, Wazy? Are we acquainted? Not exactly, but I've heard about a dashingly handsome host while working in this neighborhood for a while. You're even more of a heartthrob than the rumors let on. Why, thank you, madam. Feel free to join me at the club I work at. I'd love to get to know you. Absolutely, darling, I'd love to. Wazy's reputation precedes him in figures. More concerned that he's using the Triple S Patrol as an excuse to promote his hosting services. Oh, I am so going to nag him about this when we get off duty. Into the casino we go. Hey there, want to play? Come on in, I promise it'll be a fun time. I don't think she ever changed her dialogue. That might even be the same from Zero. Welcome to Parker Casino. This is where you can exchange your mirror for tokens and your tokens for fabulous prizes. Got some real good stuff up for grabs, so go out there and get playing. So let's see what they've got. U material. Huh. At 200, this isn't actually that bad. Comfy chair, decoration for Wazy's room, Sir Needles. No. I'm not sold on this in the slightest. The speed makes it a little tempting, but it's no straw hat from the first game, or from Zero. I'm gonna keep calling Zero the first game, just so you know. Because I think I used the straw hats for most of the game. I left Crossbell for some time, I just couldn't keep myself away. Still love my native Calvert, but there really is something special about this state. I don't know if she's the exact same woman from the first game, I don't remember her name. Welcome to the card table. Shall I deal you a hand? There's probably going to be a segment where we need to get medals, and I'll teach you how to gamble then, because their poker thing is a little weird. You can always enjoy a good spin of the roulette at the Barker Casino. Before you begin, I must warn you that you'll never be able to cheat at this table. What do you say, care to surrender yourself to the whims of destiny? I don't really know how you'd really cheat at roulette. I'm on a roll with the slots today. Hearing those tokens pour out by the barrel full is the best feeling in the world, I tells you. Well, if isn't the Triple S and Wazy too, I see. That's quite an unusual combination. Hey there, Drake. It just so happens that I've been assigned to the Triple S. I'll spare the details. Just treat me the same as you would any of them. As you wish. That's where he tells us to get out. I kid. He didn't even bat an eye. Okay, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you know him too, Wazy. What can I say? Police officers have their beats. Mine is the entertainment district. And besides, any host worth their salted rim knows Drake. You say it so nonchalantly. Was that really rim, or did I misread that? Also, you're too young to be hanging around in a place like this. You should take this opportunity to do your hero stuff right now. Loosen up that collar, would you? I suppose that buttoned-up drill sergeant vibe is just part of your charm, though. Why do I even bother? It's like we're trying to reprimand Randy all over again. I don't actually want to go over here yet. We need to go down the back alley and pick up the key from Imelda. You can also check out whatever happened to Ravash. Welcome. Fit as noisy. It's rare seeing you here at this time of day. I guess it is. Me and my new crew are here on patrol, actually. So drinks will have to wait until I'm off the clock. I see. I'll save you a seat then. Day in, day out, I put on a fake smile and pour drinks at the club. Why do I do this to myself? Hi, I'm Iris. Why don't you stop by our club and have some fun with me, handsome? Two of us could talk the day away over a drink, maybe several even. Hey fellas, looks like you got some time on your hands, am I right? We've got cute babes aplenty over at our club. How about you swing by and check them out, eh? Aggressive solicitation is a crime. I'd keep that in mind if I were you. Whoa, 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 who said anything about being aggressive? What are you, a cop? Oh, looks like you are. My bad, let's just pretend this never happened. This area is as seedy as ever. So Ravash used to be back here. This is the old Ravash compound. Should be totally empty by now, though. Hey, you, what are you up to over there? Who are you? I run a real estate agency in Crossbell City. The state government consigned this property to my firm, as such I oversee its management. They'll have to ask that you refrain from trespassing on these premises. I don't want any trouble, you see. They transfer custody of the building. Come to think of it, I recall my grandfather mentioning that this would happen. The government considers this place too big of a powder keg to leave unattended, saying this is owned by the Mafia. Makes sense, I suppose. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. We're from the CPD. We just came down this alley as part of a patrol. You're with the police? My apologies, then, and thank you for going out of your way to patrol this area. What brings you here? Were you about to do a routine inspection of the building? As it happens, we've actually decided to put the property up for sale soon. You're selling the whole compound? Yes, a number of businesses have expressed an interest in taking occupancy for some time now. One requested to negotiate today. I came to meet with them, in fact. There are businesses interested in moving into a building once controlled by the Mafia? That can't mean anything good, can it? We're taking that into account, of course. But considering the size of the building, the upkeep costs are astronomical. We have no reason to turn down anyone who's willing to take it off our hands. Real estate is business like any other. Of course you're just going to sell it to the highest bidder, no questions asked. Sure, but I'd still like to know who that bidder is. We'll just be in the way if we stick around, though. Let's keep moving. Yes, let's. I don't think you're able to find that out in the Cold Steel games. So I think even Imelda had to move to East Street or something. Welcome. My, look what the alley cat dragged in. It's the Triple S. It's been far too long. It's good to see you too, Imelda. You're as energetic as ever. I wish. From where I'm sitting, things have been boring as sin lately. Ravage has been shut down, and you lot have been away on break too. Even my information broker on the Orbital Network's gone and closed up shop. That's Yona, if you remember. An information broker on the Orbital Net. She must mean Yona. Guess she isn't too happy about him going back to the Foundation. But what's this? I see a couple of unexpected faces there with you. Might you be the newest batch of Triple S recruits, perhaps? A member of the CGF and the leader of a street gang. Now there's a recipe for some intrigue. Wait, how did you... It sounded to me like you don't even need an information broker. Who said I only had one source, my dearies? What a fascinating old lady. By the way, I have a little something for you. Think of it as a welcome back gift. Take it. The key. A key? That's right, Buttercup. You can use it to enter my downtown property, the delightful maze on Imelda. I remember seeing that name on the side of a dilapidated old building. It is not dilapidated. In fact, it's so lovely that a swarm of monsters couldn't wait to set up house there. Still, I wouldn't complain if you feel the urge to evict them. We only came here because you put up an extermination request for the place. Starting to feel more like a thinly veiled demand, actually. No one's twisting your arm, but I know you'll do it anyway. Have fun, boys and girls. So this sends us back to Central Square. Then we're going to go on the other side of Van Set into the West Street. And then we can hit up the bakery. So this is where the back door would usually take us. Something's being built right by the Triple S building. Chief Sergey must have commissioned it. Whatever the case, maybe better if we don't leave this way. Just looking from the size of it, are they building us a garage? In case you're wondering, that building is used by the CNS, Crossbell News, Grace's place, when you play the Cold Steel games. I have Sunday school later this evening. I better make sure I don't forget my homework. Welcome to Morges. Our fresh baked bread is right this way. Definitely most of it wasn't baked by Oscar. He better enjoy it while he can. One day I'm gonna proof, knead, and rise my way higher than he's ever been. I don't know what it means to proof exactly, but okay. Hey, this is my pal Lloyd. Hi Oscar, long time no see. How's work? Yeah, you know, same as usual. Knead, bake, repeat. Still, it's been a while since you and that baby face of yours last waltzed in here, huh? Where have you been? Off vacation at Michelin or something? Come on, do you really think I have time or mirror for that? I told you the Triple S is going to be on hold while I train with the First Division, didn't I? Did you? Must have slipped my mind. Let me make it up to you. Think of it as a way to commemorate the Triple S getting back together. Is this your latest creation? It smells amazing. It looks delicious too. Yes, it's fresh out of the oven and just as fluffy. If you don't love it, I'll eat my hat. Just make sure to buy more if you actually do enjoy it, okay? I'm sure we will, Oscar. Thanks. Okay, let's take a gander at the new bread. Sunny side up eggs on a muffin. Now that looks exceptional. I think I'll grab one of those and some tea before heading home. Starlight, Oscar, and Benet handled developing our new menu items. Their rivalries are really pushing them up to the next plateau, and they're making some darn fine bread in the process. If this keeps up, I'll be able to retire way sooner than I expected. Let's see if Cecile is home. Oh, this is Minnie's father. Looks exhausted. Just got back from my business trip. Sorry, Pansy, but you'll have to eat on your own tonight. Looks like he's still half asleep. We should let him rest. Oh, you're back, Giroux. That was an awfully long adventure this time. Remember you had some fool idea about crossing the Mains Mountains on foot. How'd it go? I, sort of got lost along the way. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. I'll give it another shot when I get the chance. You're never going to learn your lesson, are you? Giroux could have hiked a round trip from here to Gehenna and she'd still go back for more. Okay, fine. Hiking the Mains Mountains was out of the question for me. This time, the next time I try, I'm making sure I'm making it over for sure. Well, my goodness, is that you, Lloyd? I'm back, Aunt Letty. Letty, I think? I don't know. So you are. It's wonderful to know you're doing well. I see your friends with the Triple S are with you too. Is your training with the First Division over already? Yeah, I just finished the other day. Sorry for not stopping by sooner. And who is this fair lady, if I may ask? This is Mrs. Nuez. She's looked after me ever since I was a kid. We're almost like family. Our friend Cecile is her daughter, as a matter of fact. You mean Nurse Cecile? I remember meeting her at the hospital before. Right, you do already know her, huh, Noel? So that makes me the only one left out of this little party, then. Sounds like you and the Cecile have a rather interesting relationship. I'd love to hear the details sometime. There's nothing interesting about it at all. But anyway, I'm sure we'll see her sometime soon. I can introduce you to each other then. Oh, your friends are always such fun, Lloyd. Don't forget, your Aunt Letty is always right down the street if you need someone to talk to, okay? There's a place along the West Crossbell Highway known as Knox Forest. The lush thickets and greenery make it a fantastic location for nature photography. Unfortunately, the Crossbell Police Academy is that way too, so it's private property. I was about to say, I don't remember ever setting foot in there, but that would be why. That's the forest literally right outside the academy. I can hardly stand how out of control my husband's spending habits are. Time and again he's pointlessly replaced our furniture whether or not we need it, which more often than not we don't. Just the other day he went out and purchased an orbital car. Honestly, what am I to do with that man? Okay, so he's the dude outside we need to talk to. Let's see if there's a treasure chest or something out here. No, it's gone. Oh well. That's where the alleged groping between Sully and Lloyd took place, by the way. Construction on Crossbell's new City Hall building is nearing completion at last. Were it not for the mayor spearheading the project, we never made it to this point. At one point, the whole thing was at risk of being scrapped due to budget freezes. Now that my work as an exterior designer is done, I can finally rest easy. Dave re-enlisted my husband's help with the design of the new City Hall after taking the project out of hiatus. It's one of the biggest contracts of his career, and it's been eating up almost all of his time this past month. But now the finish line is finally in sight. Thank the goddess for that. And we don't really have a key, but we'll see if the door is unlocked. I'm the caretaker for this building, which is really just a nice way of saying hired help. What I wouldn't give to live in an apartment like these, though, so stunning and spacious. Maybe a little too spacious even. Makes them more of a hassle to clean than I like. That, of course, is Ilya's apartment. Aren't orbital cars simply marvelous? My old battle axe cracked and growls about how much of a waste it was, but I know it's a smart purchase when I see one. I do love me a Vern model. They're so stylish and eye-catching. Well, you've got wisdom beyond your years, young lady. They're kindred spirits. Welcome to Talus's. We're proud to call ourselves West Street's go-to general store. This is Momo's house. Hey there folks, welcome to Talus's. We carry all kinds of things, so feel free to take a look around. So he sells a lot of the stuff that the, oh, we can grab this while we're here. He sells a lot of the stuff that you can find in the department store. It's up to you which place you want to get it from. Whether you're a pro-corporation guy or you want to support small businesses, that's your choice. Let's check the law office now. Or wait, is this the CNS building in Cold Seal? I think this is it because Grimwood's gone. Triple S, I haven't seen you in a while. Mr. Grimwood's over at his desk. You can bring any business you have up with him. Oh, well, look who it is. It's been a while, Mr. Grimwood. That it has. I've been told the Triple S temporarily suspended operations. Yes, but today's our first day back. We thought it'd be only right to stop by and say hello. I see, and it seems you even got yourself some new members. That's just splendid. So you must be the famous Grizzly Grim everyone's been talking about. Just might find myself in dire need of your services someday. Is that right? Very well then. Let me see, I should have some business cards around here somewhere. Wazy, you're supposed to be here as a police officer, not a future client. Well, in the case that ever happens, Mr. Grim would be the right person to turn to. Oh no, I didn't mean to imply anything, I was only playing along. I suppose a more formal introduction is in order. My name is Ian Grimwood, licensed lawyer and head of this firm. I look forward to working with all of you again, ladies and gentlemen of the Triple S. Likewise, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Grimwood. We may be stopping by more often to consult with you in the future. Hope we can count on your advice when the time comes. Of course, feel free to stop by whenever you like. I'll be more than happy to provide you with my expertise should the need arise. Okay, and then this is the last stop. By the way, if you keep going to the west over there, you'll go out to the place where you need to do the monster extermination. I forgot what that area is called. I need to remember the controls for this game. Okay, West Crossbell Highway. I thought it had a special name like the Maine's Mountain Path, but clearly it does not. This tastes great. My cooking skills have been getting better and better. It's all thanks to Sophia's lessons. It does make a lot of sense when you think about it. North is Maine, south is Ursula, and then east and west are just east and west. Andre seems to be just going to go about studying as he is playing of late. Perhaps he's found himself an academic rival of sorts at Sunday school. My pops is a manager at the IBC. He's got connections to Crossbell and high society too, so he often gets invited to their little galas. Sometimes he's too busy to attend though, so he lets me go to his place. Thanks, I get to learn about high society and live out my days on the upper crust all at once. Ah, they're all here. Goodness, look who just walked in. Why, it isn't the Triple S. Hello. It's good to see you again, Mr. and Mrs. Hayworth. And same to you, Colin. You look like you're doing well. Indeed, life has been quite peaceful for us since our last encounter, thanks in no small part to all of you. You and Ellie know this family, Lloyd? Sounds like there's a story here. Care to share? The special support section saved our son when he went missing during the anniversary festival. We will forever be in your debt. It's because of you that we're still a happy family. You're welcome. We were really only doing our jobs. You need be so modest. No amount of thanks can ever express our gratitude. Although I do regret not being able to thank the girl who helped you that day as well. You mean the one with the purple hair? I want to see her again too. Yes, that's right. I still live for the day we can properly thank her. You would happen to know of her whereabouts, would you? No, unfortunately not. We haven't seen her again since that day. That's a shame. Well, God is willing, we're sure to meet again someday. Suppose all we can do in the meantime is be patient until the opportunity arises. Ren, she's already left Crossbell with Estelle and Joshua, but the Hayworths still don't know the truth about what happened that day. In any event, all of you are welcome to stop by for a visit whenever you like. I will do everything in my power to assist you should you need it. Thank you, Mr. Hayworth. You and your family are too kind. Bye, Triple S. So I wasn't able to talk during the part where Ernest in the previous video referenced the Paradise Brothel Orphanage. I don't know what you want to call the place where the children were sex trafficked. Ren was a victim of that place, and she's the missing daughter of this family. Business has been going well, in case you were curious. It's left me with ample downtime to be a proper husband and father to my family. Happy to hear that. Sounds like all your hard work is starting to pay off. I'll take your word for it. To tell you the truth, I'm not one for getting showered in praise. Just being able to provide for my wife and child is more than enough for a simple man like myself. The Triple S has done so much for us. For that, we are ever in your debt. I'm sure my husband feels the same. Know that our door is always open to you. I miss that purple-haired girl I talked to before. I hope I get to see her again. Maybe I will someday. In case you're wondering, Ren will be back in this game. I've kind of referenced that. Monthly Card Mania Volume 1. So we probably have to have that reading book or whatever it is so that we can track that. Or that could be a library book we have to find in the future. One of the two. Isn't this place the residence of Representative Campbell, leader of the Republican faction? Last I heard, all DIE members involved in the cult were removed from office. True, but they never found anything linked to them to Representative Campbell. He does seem to have some kind of relationship with Hayway, but there's nothing illegal about that on the surface anyway. So in other words, he's still corrupt, just not in the same way as the rest. That reminds me, Ellie, aren't you friends with his daughter? Yes, Carl and I went to Sunday school together. For her sake, I was relieved to find out her father wasn't connected to the cult. Okay, I'd be heartbroken if my friend had to learn something about that, like that about her own dad. Two typos there. Anyway, we don't have any business here, so let's not go bothering him right now. Agreed, shall we move on? I heard they finished the new City Hall building recently. Okay, I had to take a break there because I got hit with a really bad coughing fit. It had been under construction for quite some time. I must admit, I'm rather looking forward to its unveiling at the end of the month. I think he was talking about, Mayor's place now. The abandoned house is still abandoned. I don't think we're able to get into the geofront. Even if we could, Yono's not there or anything. So this used to be Bond's house, which is now closed and for sale. Lovely weather we're having, isn't it? Just makes me want to yawn. Yeah, of course, Ellie's house, which should be the mayor's place now, isn't it? Or... let's see. Oh, welcome home, Lady Ellie. It's good to see you again, Joanna. I take it things have been business as usual around here. Yes, thankfully. You coming home from your trip safe and sound has put my mind at ease. Joanna, you don't need to worry about me so much all the time. I'm doing just fine. That may be, but it's my job to worry. You and Master Henry mean everything to me. How adorable. Why I wouldn't give to have a maid this devoted to me. This reminds me, Lady Ellie. We receive letters from the young master and mistress. Would that be your parents? Yes, my mother and father live in Erebony and Calvert, respectively. I used to receive letters from them only occasionally, but they've become more frequent since the gold incident. It's mostly out of worry for my grandfather and me, but their words have been an invaluable source of encouragement lately. I didn't realize that's where they were. Family, huh? Please hold on to them for now, Joanne. I'll be sure to read through them later. As you wish. Oh, I hear the Triple S is back to work again. Remember to take care of yourself, my lady. Master Henry and the young master and mistress want nothing but the best for you, as do I, of course. I understand, Joanna. I'll be extra careful. No one there. No one there. No one there. Nothing. So, I was looking to see if her grandfather was around, but maybe he's just in a place we can't access at the moment. Why, Lady Ellie, welcome home. It's good to see you, Helmer. So this is where you grew up, is it, Ellie? What an enormous mansion. Well, it is Speaker McDowell's estate, after all. Please, it's nothing worth making a fuss about. You're all welcome here. Indeed, as are all your colleagues, my lady. As you are all colleagues of my lady, I cordially invite you to make yourselves at home. Now that your bless is back in action, I'm sure you're going to be busier than ever. Please take good care of Lady Ellie. Of course, sir, we'll make sure you have nothing to worry about. Thank you, Helmer. I'll do my best to support them, too. So, that's everything in town. Let's hit up the church. So I'm curious if they'll actually let me go this way. I fear they'll stop me. Huh? Yep. I don't know if the palms are in the same places or not. They could be, but I'm not going to actively hunt them. I still haven't looked to see what the achievements are for this game. That's something I'll do off camera before I start the actual missions here. Welcome to Crossbell Cathedral. We here at the Cathedral preach the ways of the Seppian Church under the guidance of our parish's patriarch, Archbishop Oralda. Please be mindful of other worshippers and keep your voices down during your visit. So, we're not allowed in there. Good morning. Sunday school classes are in session today. Could you perhaps be the guardians of one of the children? You'll find the classroom directly to the right upon entering the cathedral. We'll hit that last, by the way. This is Archbishop Oralda's office. Rare medicinal herbs and valuable books are stored here, so I'll have to ask you not to rummage around. So that's where he hides his drugs and his rolling papers, apparently. As a trader, I'd be a fool not to turn to the goddess for help with my business. She's my most valuable patron, as you could say. You should try praying to Adios too. I can't recommend it enough. We hold Mass regularly here at the Cathedral. It is, after all, an essential liturgical service for revering the goddess. Hope you find the time to attend. A new sister is scheduled to arrive today, straight from the holy city of Arteria. What will she be like, I wonder? I'm looking forward to finding out. So that's Rias from Sky 3. I didn't point her out during the prologue because I couldn't talk at that point, but she's the squire under Kevin. Welcome to Crossbell Cathedral. Adios will protect those who seek salvation with a devoted heart. May the goddess guide you all. I don't know if there's a limit to how many squires a knight can have, because there's 2 squires in this region for its Grail Knight. And then I don't know if Barkhorn had any that Gaius took over. Whoa, 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 I see a book. 1 Minute Cooking, Light Meals Edition. It's been sitting here for much, much longer than that. Apparently it's faded from the sunlight. Now that I think about it, I should probably move my Azure box so it doesn't fade in the sunlight. Well, be if it ain't Lloyd. Feels like I haven't seen you in ages. When did you get back? Not too long. It's good to see you again, Mr. Quint. Do you know this man, Lloyd? We became acquainted earlier this year during a support request you submitted. That's right, Mr. Quint here was an old friend and drinking buddy of my brother's. It's been good to me, too. After the cold incident, we shared a few glasses while you recounted old stories about Guy. Now, that was a fun night, my boy. Or as fun as it could have been, at least. Lloyd can't down him like the way his brother could just yet. Sorry about that. It's nice of you to invite us as well. Though Tio was a little pouty that she had to have juice being a minor and all. I can imagine. Hope you don't mind Noelle and me imposing on you someday, too. Not at all. Any friends of Lloyd's are more than welcome in my book. You usually find me out here tending to the graves. Feel free to drop by any time. This grave belongs to Guy Bannings, my brother who was killed in line of duty 3 years ago. I've heard the stories about him. They say he was a remarkable detective, one of the best the CPD ever had. Even among the Guardian Force, there aren't many who don't know his name. I had no idea. He and Arios were once partners in the same squad led by Chief Sergei. Eventually they disbanded and Guy advanced to the 1st Division. He and Detective Dudley were good rivals back then, apparently. Guy was the kind of person who liked to stick his nose in other people's business, so word about him ended up spreading pretty fast. The more I hear of him, the more I realize what an amazing man he truly was. He was a detective who stood against Crossbell's barriers, and with a relentless drive at that. Losing him in the line of duty was unimaginable. The culprit is still at large, right? It wasn't the cult's doing? Yeah, the case is still unsolved. But I swear, one day I'll grab hold of the truth with my own 2 hands. It may not be soon, but I promise it'll happen. Just you wait, Guy. And yes, we have an opportunity to do so in the game that will be a side quest later. I don't remember if this is one of note. Ah, yeah, Simon McLean. I recognize the surname on this grave. Arios McLean, the Divine Blade of Wind. He's never spoken to me about it, but I'm fairly certain Saya McLean was his wife. If I remember correctly, she passed away in a horrible accident. Same one that left Shizuku alive, but without her sight. We'll get back to that in this game as well. After that, Arios resigned from the police force and became a bracer. So that's how it happened. What a tragic story. Poor Shizuku and Arios. It's not like all hope is lost, though. From what I've heard, there's still a possibility that Shizuku can regain her sight. That's right. Hopefully we can pay her a visit sometime soon. And right there was the foreshadowing. Oh, goodness gracious, I didn't notice you there. You'll have to forgive me, I was busy offering a prayer to my late husband. Okay, let's actually go into the Sunday school now. With Ryu, Henri, Momo, Kia all here, I'm expecting this to be big. Ah, we even have Ken and Nana. I hate studying, but if Yuna's cramming her butt off at school, then so should I. Right, I'm gonna need my notes. I don't know if they added Yuna to the game as well. She might be at the police academy by now. Yuna and Ken are doing such a great job at school. I gotta make sure I keep my grades up too. Hey Pansy, how you been? You're Winnie's old friend, aren't you? Long time no see. Thanks for all the police stuff you do, whatever it is. Wendy, as in the engineer? Yes, we met her at the Orbital store earlier. She and Lloyd have been close ever since they were children. Yep, that terminally incurable gearhead happens to be my older sister. What a way to describe her. It's true though, just ask Lloyd. She's not wrong. Kia's the cutest. I'm so lucky I get to be in a class with her. I'm gonna try and raise my hand in every question today. I bet that'll impress her. Pam's got all googly eyes for Kia. Now he's trying to show her how much of a teacher's pet he can be. I'd rather be playing outside than sitting around studying. Why, hello there, Lloyd. Ellie, I'm glad you two came. It's great to see you again, Sister Marble. Yes, it's been so long. Wait, are you not surprised to see us? Not at all. Kia couldn't wait to share the good news. I believe her exact words were, Lloyd and Ellie are home. If I'm not mistaken, you were also Lloyd and Ellie's Sunday school teacher, right? Yes, that's right. And you two must be the newest members of the Triple S. My name is Marble. I serve as a sister of the Septian Church. It's a pleasure to meet you both. Wait, did you not study under Sister Marble too, Noel? No, East Street class that Fran and I attended was held by a priest. I'm not sure what happened to him, but I don't think he's in Crossbell anymore. I don't know if that would be Barkhorn or not. Well, I don't know how long he was in Erebonia, you know? I'm trying to think of like the age difference between Noel and Gaius, because it's possible that could have still been him. He would have been one of the evicted Grail Knights under Oralda. Well, it's not uncommon for the church to keep a revolving door. Yes, in that sense, it's fortunate that I've been here since Lloyd and Ellie's time in Sunday school. Sister Marble, can we get back to class now, or are you just going to keep on chatting? Ryu, it's rude to interrupt people while they're catching up. Oh my, I became so wrapped up in our conversation that I completely forgot where we were. My apologies, I should continue on with the lesson. Do stop by for another visit sometime. No, we should apologize. It's our fault for interrupting class. Please excuse us. Should continue on the lesson, do stop by. So, studying's such a pain in the butt. Hey Lloyd, can I put in a sport request and have the Triple S study for me? It's not how it works for you, and this is for your own good. You should take it more seriously. You sound like an old man. Come on, Ryu, at least try. At this rate, you're never going to catch up to Kia. Shut up, I get it, okay? Hey Kia, what do I do when I get to this part? Solve this one by... Looks like they're getting along well. Hi guys, is there a parent-teacher conference today? No, nothing like that. We just thought we'd check in and see how you're doing. Are you studying your hardest, Kia? You betcha. I've been learning new stuff every day. It's fun getting to hang out with Ryu and Henri and them too. Is that so? Kia doesn't seem to be having any trouble fitting in. We were worried about sending her to school at first, but honestly it was the best decision we could have made. Keep at it, okay, Kia? I will. Good luck with all your Triple S work. So yeah, that concludes our patrol. When we pick up next time, we'll actually start doing the missions. So I think we should probably start with Maison and Melda, because that'll allow us to start small and work our way up. And I'll see you guys over there. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.